Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's game time. It's the day we've all been waiting for. If you're joining us, we appreciate you having your company. I must admit at the outset, I'm having some technical difficulties. The squad is out. I'm trying to load it, and it refuses to load. It's telling me that something is blocked here, and I really don't have time to go inquire. But I will name out the squad for you. All right, I shouldn't say the squad, the team, the starting team. And I'm looking forward to the game. It should be a very interesting game. I think many are predicting a very comfortable victory. I always proceed with an abundance of caution when I do anything in life. I never want to be overconfident. You should be confident, but not overconfident. Don't take it into the arrogance arena. So hopefully we'll be successful today. Ricardo Porteous, if I'm not butchering your name. Yes, we expect Jamaica will, I don't know about beat up, but we'll beat them. We should win. We have the better team on paper. Let's hope paper translate to reality. But sometimes you're the better team on paper. You don't play accordingly, and you end up not being successful. So let's hope that's not the case today. The starting lineup is Blake in goal, Javain Brown at right back, which I've been listening to some comments earlier. There seems to be some trepidation of individuals about Javain being in the team. I think he's played a game previously. He played well when he played in Austria. He also played fine, frankly. So we have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Our job is to sort of support who's on the field. Lambakisi, the kid from Wolves, has played well throughout the tournament. Don't know if he has a knock or just coaching decision, but Lambakisi will not start today. Javain Brown is going to start. Lambakisi is on the bench. And I assume if you're on the bench, you should not be injured. Damian Lowe returned to the starting lineup. You know, the previous game he had 2 yellow cards, so had to be held out for a game, but he's back in. And Deshaun Bernard, who has played really well so far for the games he's played, is in the team partnering Lowe. So we have two very, what I would call it, aggressive center backs. Hopefully one will try to compose the other. And then we have Amari Bell, who we know plays for Luton and is not going to be in the Premier League next year. I think he signed a new contract with them. He's at left back. So the defense and the keeper are set, and that's what we'd expect for the rest of the tournament, unless there's injuries. In the middle, we have Latibeaudiere and Lambert, and that's what we also expect. I think Latibeaudiere hasn't stopped running since he got off the plane, frankly. He has really showed a lot of energy, very industrious, and is ever present. And Lambert, who people had their doubts about before the tournament started, but has played well when given the opportunity. So we really do have to support him, especially defensively. And then up front, we have the usual suspect, the four amigos, Gray on the left, Reed on the right, Bailey in the middle, probably in a sort of semi-hybrid 9.5, 10 position, I call it. And then obviously Antonio up top. And in the subs, we have Boyce Clark, the rest of the team, Waite, Lambakisi, Johnson, Burke, Nicholson, Richards, Paris, Mariappa, Lawrence, and Russell. So it seems like everyone is available. And I'm looking forward to the game today. It should be a really good game. I think most people are very motivated for the game and are very optimistic about a positive outcome. And the game is, I do have to look this up actually. The game is normally on Fox 1 in the US and ESPN. Let me just check my listing just to make sure I'm correct. It's Fox 1 in Jamaica. I'm sorry, in the US. I don't think Jamaica has Fox 1 there. They have ESPN. And let me just look up the Jamaica. I think it's ESPN. ESPN2 Caribbean and ESPN Play, I assume, is the app. So those are where they're being shown. I would also assume, you know, see here, let me go back to US, because normally we have a Spanish channel bringing this. So in the US, we have Fox 1 and Univision, which is a Spanish channel that normally bring all these games. If you are traveling on the road and you want an app, then the Fox Sports app is also one you could use. So you do have a number of sources to source the game and to watch the game. I don't see the Cock channel here. Others can correct me. But we have to check for that. And Logic is saying, I am puzzled why Javon Brown starting. He's starting because the coach said he should start. That's the only reaction I can give. He's starting because the coach believes that he should start. So I can't think of another reason why he's starting. I would admit that Lambekeisi, to me, defensively is better. And we do have a tricky left winger that plays for Guatemala who may be a challenge. But yeah, Brown is starting. But we're just supporting. Someone says, Sure Improvement says CONCACAF YouTube page is also showing the game. I didn't see that in my link. And normally my link, Sure Improvement, should have all the regions that's showing the game. So I'm not sure why that's not here. Actually, that's interesting. Most of the Caribbean is ESPN. If you're, let me just see, because I know some people in the UK do watch the game sometimes. Let me just see if we're in the UK. UK, it's something called Viaplay UK or Viaplay Sport 2. So you can watch this game most places in the world. Actually, some places carrying it. If you're in Uruguay and Venezuela, it's Star Plus. So a lot of different avenues and medium that's bringing the game today. And Sure Improvement is saying that's where he watched the game. So he's saying it's on the CONCACAF YouTube page. If you go to YouTube and type in CONCACAF, hopefully you can pick up the game. That stream may be a little bit slower, but it's still a good place to have it. I will now need to switch my monitor out here because I have to be able to watch the game in front of me. I hate to watch it on my iPad, so I'm going to try to switch my monitor here. And I have to switch my camera to be able to do this. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch my camera so I can actually watch the game with you. If that makes sense. So that is better. And now I can set up my monitor to watch the game. And let's hope I didn't totally mess up here. I may have done so. Let me pull this up. All right, I think I'm back. I guess I think so. Yes, I'm back. So I'm back with you. So now I'm setting up my monitor to watch the game. I would hate the game to start, and I'm not set up for this. But as I said before, I'm glad you're here with us, watching with a watch along. I expect a very spirited game. I expect a good game. And hopefully we can come up victorious. Neo, where are you, Neo? Are you at the game? Mr. Sovereign, let me know if you're at the game. I think Cataract mentioned you may be at the game. So I wasn't sure if you're joining, if you're going to be at the game. If not, and you're available, come join me on the screen. Try to set this up. And if you see me have some halo in my head, it's because I'm trying to change my screen out. Yeah, but today should be a good game. Today, I watched Guatemala play against Guadeloupe. I thought they played well, actually. I was a bit surprised about how well they played because I expected Guadeloupe. Guadeloupe to me was a better team, frankly. They just missed a number of easy chances. And my big concern today is that you may be better than a team, maybe much better, but if you don't take your chances, it's not a good thing. So let's hope today we take our chances because, as you know, we have missed a number of chances in these games, and we can't afford to do that. Let's hope we take our chances. So, Neo, if you're available, come join me. Come share the love. And I expect, as I said before, I expect a very good game. Guatemala does keep the ball close. Their control is good. They play a short passing game, which is good. We probably play counter-attacking football and try to. I think what we should try to do actually is, even though I believe in short passes, we can play the ball over the top and have Antonio try to bully them. I think we talked about that on the stream yesterday with Cataract and with Andre about the need for us to possibly get Antonio in the game try to bully them, get behind them, and obviously do what's next, put the ball in the goal. But we'll see what happens. But it should be a very good game. I'm trying here to find my okay, Neil. Let me send you the link. Bless up, Mr. Ramos. Chris, how are you doing? Hope things are going well. And hope the family is well. I'm trying to multitask here, and I'm probably not that good at it. So tell me what your predictions are for today. What are your predictions for the game? You expect this to be a walkover? You expect it to be a challenge, a struggle? Look like Neo is at the game, actually. And he's there with a bunch of people in Jamaica now. So Neo is at the game, and I see Errol at the game too. I see a number of people, some people who I know here with Neo. So Neo, you are at the game. I just sent you the link, Neo, so you can click on, maybe you can have us peruse the stadium and see what's happening in the stadium. We are the game normally starts 6 minutes after the hour. So we're at 4:41 Eastern Standard Time, and the game probably starts at 5:06, which is the first game. And it should be a good game. Looking forward to a good game. Blessings, Mr. Fresh, as usual, keeping us honest. Lulu saying 3-1 Jamaica. Adam said, where is Cataract? Cataract is in Jamaica, but he tells me he's watching the game at a location where it can be very noisy, so he couldn't join me. So he won't be able to join us today, but he's at a location where I guess maybe someplace in New Kingston is where he normally watch the game. I'm sure there are going to be a lot of fans there, all trying to ensure that they're supporting the team in spirits. They won't be at the game. Yeah, I'm getting pictures of Neo and PD. I can't. My computer is messing up here, so I would show you those pictures. It's unfortunate. It seems like we have a few fans there. I'm curious to see how much fans we have in the stand. Actually, it should be interesting to see how much fans we have because I watched Guatemala against Guadeloupe, and boy, did they have a lot of fans. It must have been every Guatemalan in the U.S. must have been at the game because it was quite a bit of them. So hopefully we have good support. I doubt it. I think the stadium only holds about somewhere close to 30,000 people. So, and I don't know if I know there's Jamaicans in Ohio, but I don't know if a ton of them live in Ohio or will be at the game. My hope is that we get somewhat decent support, but I'm not overly optimistic, frankly. I think it's going to be a Guatemalan crowd. I don't expect the team to be intimidated because obviously we have people in our team who play in front of large crowds a lot of times, so they shouldn't be intimidated. But it should be a really, really interesting game, and hopefully we come out with. So I'm still not seeing a lot of scores being posted up. I'm seeing a few scores being posted up. Fresh is saying, what, 3-0 Fresh? You don't expect them to score? No. I predict 3-1. I do think we have more, we do have more mobility in our defense because I had some concerns about Mariappa, frankly, given how he has played, and he's been a servant for the country for about 12 years. But I think he's slowing down. And I do think we needed some more youth and mobility in the defense. So I'm glad that Bernard has come through and is playing well. But for all we're talking about both teams and who plays where, I think the focus has to be on where we have the best players, and that's our front four. Now, our front four did not score in the last game. Not a cause for concern, obviously, because we had goals from a number of different sources, including midfield and defense, and also substitute. But that vaunted front four, which is being deemed to be the best in CONCACAF, needs to come through today in the clutch. Antonio has not scored today. Played well, hold the ball up well, finding his teammates, but we do want to see him on the score sheet. And we do want also not to see him on the score sheet, but to see the others on the score sheet. I thought last game, and if you see me here trying to multitask, I'm doing a ton of things, trying to find the game on my iPad because it's not coming up on the monitor. We would expect that given how Bailey played the last game, and I know he's got some stick for this, that he will play unselfish, right? Because he has been accused, and rightly so, and been taken to task for playing what is deemed to be selfish. Playing individual football when, in today's environment, it's a team game and the ball should let the ball do the work. So I would love for him to play how he played the last game. And maybe he even overpassed in that game. I remember that ball he was barely offside on that he gave to Lambakisi, which was his goal to take. But having said though, Lambakisi was in a better position. So if he plays how I expect, then yes, we should do well. I'm not sure why. And Neo is saying he's not seeing my link. I just sent him a link. Neo, check the link. Check your WhatsApp. I sent you the link. Or did I send you the wrong link? Let me know. Neo sent me a bunch of pictures. My screen sharing is not working. As I provide those pictures, he's here with, well, I see Guatemalan fans and Jamaican fans looking like they're brothers and sisters. So hopefully that camaraderie manifests itself regardless of the outcome, right? Hopefully no team take it too much to heart and realize that we're all in the same boat. It's competition. So, because I do have some concerns, given some of the missile I seen was thrown again towards the Guadeloupe players when they went up 2-1 against Guatemala. I'm hoping that we don't see a repeat of that situation. That's not a good thing. So Raymond is saying, my prediction, I predict Jamaica should win 3-1. I do have concerns about us being able to keep a clean sheet, especially when it relates to set plays or crosses in the box. Even though we're bigger, stronger, jump higher, we somehow have 5'5" people jumping us sometimes. So I do believe that may be a chance for us. At least that's my opinion. Neil, let me know if you saw the link. I sent you the link. I'll try to pull it up again. And I know you're at the game because I see all the pictures you're sending me. And Neil, I thought about coming to the game, I was debating and vacillating about should I come to the game, and maybe in hindsight I should have joined you, actually. But I'm driving down south to Atlanta soon, so I decided not to. But I probably should have come. All right, Nia, I'm gonna pull the link up again and send it to you. So yeah, Raymond, I expect us to win, and I hope we score more than the 3, but we'll see what happens. We're at 4:49 Eastern Standard Time. The game is 5:06 Eastern Standard Time, which is 4:06 Jamaican time. So you can come and watch the football with me, and then you can go watch the Jamaica Athletics Championship subsequent to the completion of the game. So come on, join the watch along. Let's have a dialogue about the game. Let's be very positive regardless of how the game is transpiring, because we are here to support both in spirit, and hopefully Neo and the number of fans at the game can support the team in the flesh while they're there. Okay, Neo will be joining me. Raymond is saying, I was predicting the same thing, Antonio to score. Yeah, he's due. If you're in a tournament and you're going to your 4th game and you have played most of the games and you're the center forward, it's behoove you to try to put the ball in the net. Now, doesn't mean that he's not being effective. To the contrary, but we would like to put his name on the score sheet. Can't play a whole tournament and don't score. But I guess if you do win the tournament, it may not matter, right? Because His hold-up play has been good. His pressing has been good. His passing has been good. So apart from him not scoring, that's probably the only, if you want to say it's a negative thing to his game so far. But we would expect him at a minimum to have a good game. And what we need to do actually, and that's where my concern is, the concern that we have as a country for most of the people I talk to are following our football is that we don't have that midfield that have that gravitas, the skill set to really dominate game, dominate the middle, because the middle is your core. And most teams that are successful have very good midfield. That's where most of the game is played. So you want to dominate there. And it's difficult playing Latin American and South American team in the middle of the park because they have close control. They're able to keep the ball well. And sometimes it's challenging to be able to dominate the midfield. And frankly, the way we're playing, I know everyone says a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. It looks like we play almost like a 4-2-4 sometimes. We have Lambert and Latipo there in the midfield, but then we have Bailey playing way up top with Antonio, and we have Gray and Reed out wide. So sometimes it looks like a 4-2-4 versus a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. And Kyle is saying, if you predict 3, that means the floodgates will open at least 4. Not going to miss chances. It could be more. I don't think I've ever seen Jamaica this confident about a game against an opposition who won their zone in the CONCACAF tournament, at least in the first round. So they won their zone, which included Canada and a very good Guadeloupe team. And yet we are saying, you know what? We're going to take them out. Really interesting. So it's good to see that we have that level of confidence, and hopefully that confidence materializes into reality. Logic is saying, stop pressure, Antonio. It's a team sport, and he has contributed today and will contribute today. So Logic, I don't think Antonio is listening to me in a Logic. He's doing his thing, so I'm not sure why you think I'm pressuring him. Tell me what I'm saying that's not factual. That's what I focus on. If I'm saying something that's not factual, then I will take it back. But my point was, and I think most of what I've said is positive, because cranky your heart weak. I love the braggadocious nature of my fellow countrymen. It's it's an attribute and a detriment, frankly. It's both. I predict 3-1 and say I have a weak heart. What does that mean? That means I should predict 6 and 7? I heard 10 against St. Kitts. I'm still waiting to see those 7+ goals being scored or 6+ goals being scored. Most people I talk to for St. Kitts predict 7, 8, 9, 10. And even that game, St. Kitts got chances. So I want to ensure that we're really sticking up. Neo, take it over. Like you're at the game. Neo, can you hear me? Hey, Neo, can you hear me? I don't think Neo's here.
I can't hear a word you're saying, man.
Yeah, it's noisy there. I can hear you. Go ahead. I can see the field behind you. I see a kid running a Jamaica jersey. I see it looks like it's almost a sellout crowd. I see very few Jamaicans. In fact, the yellow is bright. But is that Errol beside you there, Neo? Hey, Neo, can you hear me? Neo can't hear me. It's like it's very loud. Neo, you can't hear me?
It's electric here, guys. It's electric. I mean, we're totally outnumbered by the Guatemalan, but around the stadium, we can see the Jamaican flag. You can see the Jamaican flag, and everybody is proud. The teams have not come out yet. But I think the Guatemalans are kind of nervous too. That's why they're making so much noise, I hope. But my prediction is we're definitely going to win today. And once they come out and score, we're going to silence the crowd. Alright? So when we score and they get silence, I will call you back.
All right, sir. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking in, Neo. Appreciate it. Well, that was Neo Sovereign, our resident lawyer. This is Neo's second game, actually. He did go down to Chicago for the game, and now he is in He's in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, for this game. So power to Neo, and I see a couple of people I also know there with him, which is interesting, who are also New Yorkers and have made it to the game. But I only saw like 5 or 6 people who were sitting beside him. I hope that's not the entire Jamaican crowd. I hope is that we're just spread out. It is a little bit surprising, though, that we probably have, if I'm going to estimate, and maybe I'm overestimating here, I know we have we must have at least 1 million Jamaicans in the US, maybe even more. So that means we don't really love football. And I may have to include myself in that list too, because I'm not at a game, even though I'm watching the game and I cheer for my team, but we don't provide the level of support in the stadium that we should. Now, most of the Jamaicans are probably in the Northeast or South, frankly. I know there are a number of them who live in Ohio, but it is a little bit surprising that there's so many Guatemalans who are in the stands and we don't have more people in the stand. That is interesting. Ricardo, you can watch the game on, well, it depends on where you are. If you're in Jamaica, it's ESPN2. If you're in the US, it's Fox Sports 1. My understanding also on the CONCACAF channel. It's the CONCACAF YouTube channel. You can also watch the game. So there are a number of avenues, depending on where you are, to be able to view the game. I'm going to watch it on Fox Sports 1. I have to stream the game if I want to watch it where I'm sitting, so I can't watch it on my TV. So some of you may be a little bit ahead of me as the game is progressing. We're about 2 minutes and 47 seconds from quote unquote game time. That's for the players to come out. I think they actually come out at 5 o'clock. And then the game starts at 5:06. But I think we're truly in for an exciting game. So again, guys, oh, by the way, the game is also on Univision, which is a free Spanish channel in the US, probably in Canada also. So it's Univision, Fox Sports 1, CONCACAF YouTube channel, or ESPN2 in Jamaica. So you have a lot of avenues to watch the game. That's no excuse. So let's see what we think. Emac saying it's 3-0 to Jamaica. Emac, we would love to have that score. Frankly, I don't really care what the score is so long as we win. I just want when the game is over, we're going to the semifinals. I don't care about giving them 6 or 7 or stamping on 30. It doesn't matter. So long as we are all happy at the end of the day, then that's the most important thing. As you can see, we do have a few Jamaicans at the game, but if you look at the stadium when Neo was on the phone, if you could see in the background, that stadium is almost all Guatemalan, actually. So I do think we have to probably engage a JFF. There has to be a better way we do this, which is maybe what we do is we find ways for the JFF to do a better way of advertising our games, to come up with ways in which people can get to games. And we try to get allocation of tickets for the games. I think Catholic has always talked about that because it's atrocious that we only have this small number of fans. Given the importance of the tournament in this region, we should be doing better, actually. It's not a good thing to have a game and then we only have a handful of fans in the stadium. And some of the fans I see, I know them from New York, actually. So I wonder how many people in Ohio know that we have these games and have been invited to attend the games. It's a little bit concerning. So that means the Guatemalan have a much more football machinery in all aspects. Because I'm sure a lot of those fans are not from Cincinnati, trust me. Most of those fans are not from Cincinnati. They're from all over the US. Probably a lot from California, all over, down south, Georgia, different places. But they're filling up the stadium. Now, it's not the biggest stadium. Probably close to 30,000. But they're there in numbers. I don't think it's a money issue, Duckland. I actually don't think it's a money issue. Probably a time issue. The game is on Sunday. People got to go to work on Monday. But that's probably also an excuse. Because I'm sure the Guatemalans are going to work too. I think it's just, there are a couple of things. One is probably how we mobilize supporters to get to games. Probably how the games are advertised and people become aware of it. How we create vehicles and transportation and ways to get our supporters to the games, how organized we are to get them aligned, get them come together, and be able to get access to the games by whatever means of transportation. I mean, if you drive from New York to Ohio, it's about a 9-hour drive. And if you fly, it's even 10 times shorter distance. It's not that far by plane, so less than 2 hours or somewhere around there. So I don't think resources are the issue or money is the issue. I think it's more of are people aware and are we creating that atmosphere where people want to go attend the games and feel part of the community. And I think in Guatemala, you can, when you talk about Latin America and South America, it's a different way passion for football, right? You think about it, it's a total different passion. It's night and day. You know, you see Mexico play, it's the same thing. Less so for Honduras, it'll be surprising, but Guatemala, Mexico, those two countries, even though Mexico is more North America. For Latin America, for the Latin American teams, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, those countries have a different mentality when it comes to football. It's like life and death. And if you watch the Guatemalan crowd, they were acting accordingly. And even when the U.S. plays Mexico here in the U.S., and the games are in the U.S., you have a ton of Mexican fans at the game. Don't even know how to get tickets sometimes. Even though I'm sure those tickets are not allocated and even distributed. Yeah, Kyle is saying, I think Cataract point of ticket allocation and promoting it through bloggers and media plays into support or organized support. I agree. I don't think the JFF, and us probably, not just the JFF, I don't think the Jamaican community has really invested in the football as much as you see from other communities, right? We may love it, but sometimes we don't attend. Or the CONCACAF regime has not made it easy for us to go attend games. Because frankly, if the games were at one location, all 3 games, I would have attended. The games are distributed. We're playing in Chicago, we're playing in California, we're not playing in Ohio. Because the last time we played 2 years ago, I planned my vacation in Orlando around the game. So I got there and went to all 3 games. And if it was the case again, and I thought it was going to be because I actually planned to take 2 weeks off between now and next week, I would have also attended the games. So it was a little bit frustrating that the games were not being played where we have a good amount of support. And secondly, the games were so distributed. It really makes no sense. Not sure why CONCACAF thought it was prudent to do that. So now we have the players walking out to the field. I can see the Guatemalans. I see our keeper, who I think should try to go play at a higher level, frankly, than MLS, because I think he has the ability to do so. Especially now since he started trying to play out from the back. You know, he's gotten some grief about just booting the ball outfield. And I think for the last couple of games, he's made a concerted effort to play out from the back. So I'm encouraged by him doing so, actually. I think it will only help his game. And maybe, I think he says he does. I think someone mentioned that he does it for his Philadelphia MLS team, but not for Jamaica. But he's been doing more of it. Now, sometimes it depends on how well you're being pressed. That determines whether you play it or not. And he should just not take any risk. If he feels under pressure, just boot it down the field. It's always good to get the ball away from your goal. But if you boot the ball on the field, it's a turnover if the opposition gets the ball. So you always want to be cognizant of the fact that you want to retain possession. And in today's football, frankly, goalkeepers are expected to use their feet. If you think about Man City with Edison, that's the reason why Edison is so valuable for Man City, because they had Joe Hart from the UK before, and Guardiola got rid of him, brought in Bravo, who couldn't keep a lick, frankly. I'm not sure what happened to Bravo. Was a Chile goalkeeper. And then they brought in Edison, who's brilliant with his feet. And if you think about most of the team, Alisson at Liverpool, Ramsdale at Arsenal, De Gea is not brilliant with his feet. You see Ten Hag getting rid of him and bringing in probably Onana. It's today's football. You want 11 players on the field because you want possession is deemed to be an imperative. And if so, you want your keeper to be able to play out from the back. So I'm seeing more pictures here from Neo of players on the field. The stadium is not full. So the Guatemala may have spent all their money going to the last game because it's not sold out. But they're mainly Guatemalan fans there. And it's not the biggest stadium, which is a little bit surprising. They are at TQL Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. We are at 5:05. It's game time. And as I said, a few of you may be ahead of me because I'm on a stream. I have to watch a game on a stream. Can't watch in front of my TV. But I'm seeing the Guatemalan team, Hagen in goal, Arden, Samayoa, Pinto, and Herrera at the back four. Sequen, Alton, and Castellanos are the midfield. I hope I pronounced those names right. And then up front, they have Mejia, Rubin, and Mendez. So that's their team, and their coach is Luis Tena. And then for Jamaica, as I mentioned previously, Blake in goal, and I like the pose that he's have. We have Bell, Bernard, Lowe, and Brown in the defense. Latibodir, Lambert, Gray, Bailey, and Reed. They're showing 5 across. I think they're going to play 2-1. And then Mr. Mikel, the bruiser up front. So the game is getting ready to start. If you have joined me, we're watching the Jamaica versus Guatemala game. This is the quarterfinals, and Guatemala kicks off. Now we are pressing. Yeah, we started off pressing. My concern is, and Lambert is pressing high. So Lati's playing more of the CDM. We are pressing them, and they go long. Let me try to get behind us. Jamaica with the ball. Lambert trying to play the ball over to Antonio, plays that wide. Nothing really happening. Ball being played in Guatemala's half. Guatemala plays the ball upfield, just over Jamaican half, looking for a pass. Lays it out to his winger, number 18. Excuse me. Goes back to his defense. So we're 49 seconds in, and if you're watching on your TV, you may be a little bit ahead of me. It's Jamaica 0, Guatemala 0. If you want to watch a game, you just join the stream. ESPN2 in the Caribbean, so if you're in Jamaica, it's ESPN2. Univision in the US, if you want to watch it free. If you have Fox Sports 1, you can watch it there. And I think it's also on the Concacaf YouTube channel, is my understanding. Ball is out of bounds to Jamaica. Goal kick to Jamaica. We are just a minute in, and Jamaica is leading. Jamaica is leading. The score is 0-0. Jamaica is not leading yet. I'm prognosticating the future. I'm predicting that we're going to be scoring first. Hopefully this is a good game. I expect it to be a good game. Blake with the ball, plays it out to Lowe. He's going to go long. He's going long, trying to find Antonio, who wins the header, but fell. Jamaica is really pressing. I think we have decided to press in this game, and my hope is that we don't create any space in behind. Trying to see how these teams are set up. Guatemala looking to get behind us, actually. Really good ball. Try to play to the keeper. Blake come out. Oh, poor clearance by Blake. But we got lucky with the ball. Bailey with the ball. Trying to dribble and turn it over. Guatemala has the game. Guatemala has been dominant possession so far. We gotta start get some more composure. Jamaica with the ball with Bailey. Bailey plays the ball up to Gray. Gray looking to a pass. Oh, brilliant turn and got fouled. That was a brilliant turn by Gray. And he's chastising his midfielders for not creating a space to give him a pass, which is right. When he has the ball then surrounded by 3 people, that means 2 persons should be open. I see Antonio calling for the ball down the line. And as I predict, he's going to try to bully those defenders and trying to get between the space, between the 2 center half. And hopefully we can be more precise in our passing to getting the ball there. Jamaica with the ball out to Omar. Bell has the ball to Antonio. Antonio trying to go around his man. He gets around him. Antonio gets around him and try to cross it. It's out of bounds for a corner. It's going to be a rugby game with Antonio today. He just bullied that defender to get around him and try to cross it for a corner, and the ball's out of bounds. Corner to Jamaica. Sure improvement. I thought you said it was on the YouTube channel or also on Bailey with a cross, ball is blocked. Are also on Univision, the US, but it's on ESPN also. So you're saying Flow. I didn't think it was on Flow. I didn't see it on Flow actually. Or you said Flow take over your internet. That's not good. So then you have to listen to me. So I have to talk more then. Because normally if it's visual, I don't like to over commentate. But if you don't have a stream, then I'll have to try to keep track of the game. Guatemala has the ball deep in their own half. We are 4 minutes in. They go long over midfield. Headed by Javier Brown, headed back by the Guatemalan. Jamaica is playing really physical, but you have to show some more composure. Jamaica wins the ball. Foul on Jamaica. Foul. Free kick to Guatemala in the middle of the Jamaica half. There was no reason why Javier Brown needs to foul him. He was double teamed. Guatemala the ball, plays it wide on the right. The ball is just over a half line. Jamaica's half. Guatemala trying to play the ball around, but Jamaica is pressing. And Guatemala is going to try to use our aggressiveness against us. They go long, but they're against Javier Brown, trying to go on top of him. Good defending by Javier Brown. Ball headed up by Low. There's no pattern of play so far. Gray with the ball, beat his man, go by him and got fouled, got blocked off. He should have passed the ball to Bailey though. I know he beat his man there, but he should have laid the ball off to Bailey. But we still retain possession. You've just joined us. It's 5.5 minutes in. Jamaica 0, Guatemala 0. So Shore says YouTube's faster. I don't know why that's the case, Shore, because I am on the Fox Sports app. So I can't watch my TV because where I'm situated, as I won't be able to do the stream. But I'm a little bit surprised that my stream is that slow. Somewhat surprising is that slow. Maybe I'll try to see if I can get it on my iPad and see if it's quicker. I prefer my Low got dispossessed by Guatemala. Guatemala is in. The player is in and saved. And that was a dangerous play. Low trying to bring the ball out, got dismissed. The player was played onside by Bernard because you wouldn't expect that. And the forward didn't take advantage of it. Ball with Gray in Jamaican half. Plays inside to Antonio, looking for a pass, trying to go back to Bobby Reed. Look, we can't afford our defenders to make those kind of mistakes. That could have been a goal if he was a much more composed forward, actually. Bailey beat his man, trying to look for a pass, trying to go by him. Bailey got this, but come on, Leon. Look for passes. The referee called a foul, but I'm not sure that was a foul. Actually. Just join us. We're set. Tell me if you all are ahead of me on my stream. So I'm trying to find a different stream, actually. Someone says on ESPN3HD.com. So that's what's with the ESPN app. I actually didn't know that ESPN3 was carrying the game. Jamaica has a free kick close to the corner flag. The kick is going to be taken by, don't know, it's either Gray or Bailey. I see Gray bowing his head to Bailey's, or maybe it's a Bailey's kick. I always believe this kick should be taken away from the goalkeeper versus to the goalkeeper. But it's Gray. Not a terrible kick, but it's over the forward. Guatemala trying to play out. And they're playing out nicely. They're pretty comfortable on the ball, actually. We're trying to press and get caught upfield. Man is wide on the right, and the player missed him. Ball played out to Bobby Reed, trying to find Antonio. Brilliant ball to Antonio. Antonio didn't go. Beat this man. Oh. And was off balance. Beat his man, but come back and won the ball. Brilliant play by Antonio, trying to beat his man. Should have passed the ball wide out to Babe. That was a selfish play by Antonio. Very, very selfish play. He had a chance to play the ball out wide, and he tried to beat his man again, which wasn't needed. So Antonio had chances there. He didn't make any of the right decision. Try to beat his man back inside versus taking a shot to goal. He should have done better on that play. And the sequence of play, actually. Bobby Reed looking for a cross over to Antonio. Antonio had the ball back to Latin Godier. He has a pass wide, doesn't take it. Play the ball out wide to Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed look for a pass. Plays out wide to Bailey. Bailey cross. Good cross. Ball headed out by Guatemala. Trying to play the ball upfield. We're pressing really high. And I think if we get beat, we're going to get our defense is going to caught 1-on-1 in the back. Actually, we're really playing high. We're really pressing high. Very good play by Bernard, winning that ball from the defender. Antonio took a dive there. Jamaica's a free kick at the halfway line. You just joined us. We're 10 minutes in. The score is 0-0. I would say based on the run of play, Jamaica's gotten the ball in dangerous position. Guatemala had a chance not too long ago when Lowe made a really bad mistake and got dispossessed. But we recovered, and then Antonio had a chance to put the ball out wide and didn't. Bobby Reed a really good cross. Ball comes out to Gray, try to win the ball, didn't do so. We are really pressing the Guatemalans high. We're not giving them time on the ball, but really making them uncomfortable, which is good. Because they're a short passing team. Guatemalan players rolling over. The referee is allowing them to play. Jamaica with the ball, play out to Lambert, Bobby Reed, he needs to go play the ball inside to Bailey. Bailey tries a cute chip. Going nowhere. See, he had the ball. I think he should have laid the ball out wide to Antonio, actually. If you look, Antonio's on the edge of the box. If he played him in, he has a chance to go wide or cut it back inside. So I don't think that was a smart play by Bailey. And he couldn't get any, he's not in a position to get any good, to get off a good shot, actually. So he should have actually played that in. 11 and a half minutes in, Guatemala 0, Jamaica 0. But Jamaica's having quite a bit of possession, actually. Jamaica with the ball there, looking for a cross, trying to find Bailey unsuccessfully. Come on, if you just joined the stream, please hit the like button. If you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button. We are 12 minutes in. Very good win by Lambert. Play the ball to Latibadier. Play the ball out to Lowe is way upfield, looking for Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed crossed the ball to Gray. Gray shot wide from the 18-yard box for a throw-in. He has to hit the target. Very good ball by Lowe out to Reed. Control by Gray. He moved the ball away from his man and yet didn't hit the target. It's hard to miss a target from there. He really has to hit the target. And he tried to go with too much power. When you have defenders scrambling, that's when you have a chance to really just put the ball in the net. You didn't have to try to blast the ball. You just had to put the ball in the net. That's very disappointing after the outcome. Yes, 9-6-3. I agree. That was a bad miss. He's trying to go for so much power, he didn't think about direction. Foul on Jamaica midway after Guatemala half. Jamaica, we are the better team, it's obvious. And what I was concerned about is our ability to get the ball up to our front four, which we're doing, but they have to make better decisions. They are the renowned front four in this competition. You got to make better decisions. Guatemala with the ball, looking to penetrate. Have the ball on the halfway line, looking to go long. Ball headed out by Amari Bell. Latibadier head the ball out to Lambert, trying to find Belly, got fouled. Lambert got fouled and he's down. and the opposition is pretending as if they got hurt. I love how Central American players and South American players, when they commit a foul that they know is not a good foul, they'll roll over as if they got hurt. So he's jumping into Lambert's back and has his elbow and hit him, and then he's pretending as if he got hurt. Please get up. He didn't get hurt. They're fine. We're 14 minutes in, scored, tied up 0, Jamaica versus Guatemala. I would say Jamaica has had a better play so far, has had a couple chances, but has not hit the target, actually. Guatemalan keeper hasn't really made a save today. While Blake has made, I think it's like 2 saves. One was a breakaway bait and a turnover from low in a dangerous position. And you just shot aside the box. Jamaica has the ball. Play the ball up wide to Maribel, looking to pass the ball inside. Now Guatemala is down to press. I think now we have to go long and try to go over them because we have the size to do so. Ball to Lambert. Lambert looking for a pass, goes wide out to Javane Brown. Trying to go well. Good pass by Javane Brown, controlled by Bailey. Looking for, he has him inside, play him inside. Try to beat his man, he's dancing. Plays the ball really well outside to Antonio. Antonio looking for a shot, and ball is blocked. That was a good pass by Bailey. I think we're playing really aggressive. We're not giving them room. They're rolling around on the floor as they get touched, but the referee is not buying it. Really good ball into Reed to Antonio. Antonio trying to, for his way in, he's calling for a penalty. Referee saying no. Antonio looked like he has about 10 foot himself, Jamaica, all over the place. He's touching here, scrambling here. He dove, actually. Almost got fouled, but I think that was a dive on his part. So 963 said my stream is slow. I don't know what's happening, 963. Maybe I'll turn it off and turn it back on. I'm going to try to go on my iPad, actually, because that's not a good thing if my stream is slow. So I'm telling you stuff that you've seen already. Let me try to go on my iPad. That's awful. Let me see what my iPad is giving me. So my iPad is 15. It's just as slow. In fact, my iPad is slower than my app here. That's not good. So where are you in terms of minutes? 963, and what are you watching it on? Maybe I can change my my source. Good ball by Antonio to Bailey. Bailey controls going down the wing, looking for some dancing, looking for a pass. Plays the ball to. Oh, that's a poor pass, and we've created problems for ourselves with that pass over like low, trying to track his man. And oh, very good play. Guatemala still has the ball. We're deep in our own half. Playing it around on the edge of the box, trying to cross it. Good block by Javane Brown. That was dangerous. Bobby Reed go by his man looking for a pass. Jamaica has a fast break now. Played out wide. Bobby Reed go to Antonio. Antonio miscontrol. Come on, Antonio, take him on. Antonio going by his man in the box. Try to go wide. Control by Bailey. Poor shot by Bobby Reed. We're getting the ball in dangerous position. The final decision is lacking. Our final decision is really lacking. Nancy said, FS1 stream is 2 minutes ahead of your commentary. But mine is FS1. Now, I'm using a Fox stick. I am on FS1, actually, but I'm on the app. You know, I could change this, actually. Yeah, my stream, so I have Verizon, but my stream that I'm getting is, which is weird actually, because this stream is supposed to be the game itself. It's saying 17 minutes, while my stream on Fox One, I'm having some messed up stuff here. I have to change my source come halftime. I have to represent my source. There's no way I should be that far behind. Because 963 is saying I'm 2 minutes behind. Is that the way for everyone? Am I 2 minutes behind everyone else? Maybe I'll go sit in front of my TV at halftime and figure something out. Just watch it on my, just come on the stream on my iPad or something. Guatemala's the ball deep in Jamaica half. Low is shot on his man. Going to lay the ball off. He does. And Jamaica wins the ball back to Low. Low is going to go deep. Ball out of bounds for a throw into Jamaica. We're 18 minutes and a half in, even though for you, maybe 20 minutes. The score is tied at 0. We're 18 minutes and 48 seconds in. Game is tied at 0. It's now 18 minutes. So FS 963, so you say you're ahead of me. What do you mean it's 18 minutes and mine is saying it's 19:05? Or did you send this earlier? I'm trying to see what the time is. Yeah, I'm not sure. Guatemala has the ball, middle of Jamaica half, looking for a cross. Gray's out there trying to, Jockey's man is trying to go around. Gonna bring the ball in the box. The ball's in the box. Javain Brown will win this ball and gonna take a throw in. We're 19 minutes and 33 seconds in. Game is tied at 0. Oh, so you're saying YouTube is quicker. So are you on CONCACAF YouTube? Because I can actually go there and watch it there if that's the case. Yeah, we look dangerous, but we don't want to look dangerous. We want to be dangerous. And I don't like how we're getting good opportunities, we're just not taking advantage of them. Ball play out wide to Guatemala, takes a shot over the bar. Not dangerous. So 963, what minute are you on? You said 19 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm at 20 minutes and 10 seconds. So how come you say you're ahead of me? I'm confused. I'm now 20 minutes and 19 seconds. And it's now 5. So my time is yours. You said it's at 5:26. Well, tell me where you are. I'm now where Antonio is calling for the ball, so they're showing on the camera. The ball has been played out to Amari Bell. Plays the ball back to Blake, who's taking a risk. And he kicks the ball, not like a football, the ball to Javain Brown looking for a pass. He's going to go long down for Bailey. The ball is played out of bounds by Javain Brown for a throw into Guatemala. 20 minutes in, game tied at 0. Yeah, we're getting ourselves in dangerous position, but our front four are not clicking as they should. Not clicking as they should. You got to do a better job and better decision making. You got to be precise with decision making. You get the ball deep in the opponent's half. And we have such talented players up there who are used to playing at a high level. They got to make better decisions. And Guatemala really hasn't done much today. Antonio have his hand up to get the ball. And I think we got to get him the ball down the channels. We need some more precise passing from deep. He's calling to head the ball on. So that's what he's doing. He wants to do the play on. So Antonio has the ball trying to go wide, looking to beat his man, looking for a cross. Crosses, ball headed up by Guatemala. Lambert with the ball trying to go through. Play the ball out wide to Reed. Oh, he's got a push referee. That was low in the box. So everybody trying to score now. Low was all the way in the box. Good cross by Reed just behind Low. Try to flick it back into the goal. So 963, I'm 22 minutes in. Where are you? Guatemala not really doing much, actually. Ball played into Antonio, try to chest the ball onto Bailey without success. Ball dumped by Guatemala. Guatemala is not really doing much. We're physically stronger. We're imposing ourselves on them. We don't have to put the ball on the ground and play around them. We're the better team. We got to play like it. When we get close to the box, we just got to make very precise in our decision making. Guatemala with the ball, looking to go long, block. So Jamaica not giving them a chance to get comfortable. I like how we're playing, very aggressive. Yeah, you're 22 minutes. I'm 22:57 in 963. So you're not ahead of me. I thought you said you were ahead of me. I'm not 23 minutes and 4 seconds in. Again, if you're just joined the stream, the game is being showed in Jamaica on ESPN2, in the US on Univision, on Fox 1, and my understanding is that the game is also on the CONCACAF YouTube channel. Number 5 with the ball trying to cross it. Jamaica with the ball, Gray. Oh, it's a foul by Lambert. Not a good foul. He's probably going to get a yellow card. That was a bad foul, actually. That was a bad foul. Referee's being very lenient, but frankly, that was a yellow card foul. Ricardo Badger saying the more we play, the better we look. Yeah, that's probably true. A good way of thinking about it, but we still haven't put the ball in the net yet, which is the most important thing. And we're 24 minutes in, so we're just over halfway through the first half, barring injury time. 24 minutes and 18 seconds in. Jamaica 0, Guatemala 0. Ricardo says, currently, I want the fans to be patient with this team. We will start flying in a year or so. I don't disagree with that, actually, Ricardo, but we are in the present and people want us to win now. You know, we don't have patience. We're Jamaicans, we don't have patience. We want to win now. So don't disagree that as time progresses, this team will gel more. I get the sense that the camaraderie will encourage people to take the invite for each window, which should help. Guatemala plays the ball deep, headed out by Lambert. Guatemala player with a shot out of bounds, out for a goal kick. Really good head by Lambert. And was that Lambert or was that Amar Bell? The reason why I like the header is when you're heading the ball where you're in your box, you got to head the ball in the air. You can't head the ball down. Even the opposition, the ability to get the ball and take a shot, you go. If you head the ball up, it has to come down. You give yourself a chance to go back and try to win it. So. And sometimes people don't focus on those things when you're trying to win headers. Bailey with the ball, plays the ball out to Javane Brown, looking for a pass. Plays the ball out wide to Bobby Reed, who's trying to put the ball in the air, not sure why. Javane Brown going on the ball to Bailey. Bailey looking for a pass. Beat his man nicely, going down the wing. Need to put the ball in the box now. Beat his man again, looking for a pass. Play the ball, good ball into Bobby Reed, back to Bailey. Bailey at the edge of the box looking for a pass. Oh, defender came back to block it. That was a really good link-up play, actually, and I like that. I like the patience, and I like the one to where Bobby Reed. There was no cross there, actually. He tried to go back to Bobby Reed, but Guatemala defending as a team played the ball up for a corner. Really good build-up by Jamaica. I like how the front 3 or 4 are playing, actually. Really good link-up play. And we're playing really high-press football. We're not giving them a chance to settle. 963 said, Guatemala, they're not anxious, 963. They're getting pressured. You say it's a pressure bust pipe, crossed in, ball headed out, Guatemala. Ball all the way out to Amari Bell. You should just put it in the box. He's going to do so. Ball is in the box. Ball headed in, controlled by Lowe, looking for a pass. Play the ball to Gray. Oh, shot by Bernard. Take it off Gray's leg and out for corner. He took that ball off Gray's leg. Gray was trying to get on his left foot. Good play by Lowe. Control the ball. Play the ball out. Yeah, Bernard took it away from Gray, and Gray's wondering, what are you doing? It would have been in the goal. It may have been scored, though. Maybe not. The keeper seems to have been there, but yeah, he took that ball off Gray's leg. Jamaica with another corner. We're pressuring Guatemalans. No, that was not handball. It hit him in the head. That's why he went down 963. Cross coming in. Hit it out of bounds by Bernard. That wasn't far away, actually. Just a little bit too far. Ricardo saying Bailey smooth like peanut butter. I didn't know if peanut butter was that smooth. Now he's playing well. You have to give him credit. I think his game has improved throughout the tournament. So now it's a good thing. Guatemala trying to go along. Ball hit up by Lowe to Lambert, looking for a pass to Daddy Badir, goes wide to Amari Bell. Amari looking for a pass, can't find one. Goes back to Bernard, gonna come more to Lowe. Lowe looking for a long pass, plays out to Javane Brown, who turns the ball over. Javane Brown wins it back, trying to go down, again trying to get on to Bailey. Bailey's fouled. Free kick to Jamaica. This should be a great free kick, actually. From not too far from the corner flag. Bailey's playing well. He's having his way with the Guatemalan defenders. I think we need to bring Lowe up, bring Antonio up for this free kick. We're at 28 minutes And 48 seconds in, game is tied at 0. Jamaica's been pressuring the Guatemalan, but hasn't made the breakthroughs yet. I hear you, Ricardo. I hear that. Chris is saying, I hope these China come back to haunt us. Well, Guatemala hasn't done much so far. You'd be surprised they won their zone with Canada and Guadeloupe. They haven't done much. Bailey with the cross, good cross in the box, headed by Guatemala. Bernard looking for a pass, plays out to Amari Bell. He needs to play it back in the box. He delayed too long, beat his man nicely, looking for a pass, can't find one. But on the wing, still can't find a pass. Plays the ball back to Antonio. Antonio gonna go way back to who we go back to? Not sure who that is. Ball is now with Javian Brown. Or that was Bobby Reed, who was playing almost like in a defense position. Play the ball to Gray. Gray looking to beat his man. Did so. Plays the ball. We're playing the ball well. Ball out to Bobby Reed, driven the ball down to Mari Bell. Needs to put the ball in the box. Try to go in the box. Oh, Bailey has the ball. It's not out of bounds. Try to beat his man. Beat his man again. Needs to play the ball up to Ladipodir to Gray. Gray looking for a shot. Oh, well blocked by the Guatemalan. They're putting their bodies on the line for this game. I'm sure the Jamaicans taking the great thing about it is they're keeping the crowd out of the game because all they're having is pressure. Oh, real bad pass by Ladipodir, actually. He's trying to force the ball there. There's no reason to force the ball between the line, and now he created a yellow card on his teammate. There's no reason to force the ball there. The pass was not there. So Bernard picks up a yellow card, which is not good because he's very aggressive. That was not a smart play by Ladipodir, trying to force the ball between the lines. That pass was not there. The pass should have gone out wide. Yeah, Bernard, he didn't even have to foul him, but he's a very physical player. He pushed him in the back and fouled him. It's not a good foul. 963 said Bailey causing problem. Yeah, he is. But we still don't have a score on the score sheet yet. And that needs to change. We are 31 minutes in. The game is tied at 0. Jamaica has the ball in the box. The Guatemalans are defending with their life, like their life depends on it. We're going to be careful because Guadeloupe had them the same way and yet didn't do anything. Antonio has the ball in the middle looking for a shot, and he has to do better with that ball. It looks like Antonio doesn't know what he's doing. He has the ball in the middle, just has to run straight to the goal. Ball played in to Latimer, out to Bobby Reed, looking for a cross. Trying to go deep, and it's a poor cross. Our decision-making in the final third is just, it's not there. Decision-making in the final third has to be better. Fake the shot sometimes. They're throwing their body in front of the ball and try to pretend to shoot. Fake the shot. Do something different. And the possession stats are almost equal, but frankly, they're not equal because Jamaica has had the ball in their half. Most of their possession is in their own half. We're going to keep playing with the game, as someone says, and something's going to happen, and we regret not taking our chances. Guatemala with the ball, trying to shoot. Good block. Good block by Latimer. And the Guatemalan is on the floor rolling as if he died or something. I have no idea what he's doing. He's rolling as if he got hurt. Maybe he got stepped on by Latimer. I hope VAR doesn't view that negatively because he stepped on his groin. And I'm not sure they're going to say what he stamped on him or he's trying to get out of his way. I am 33 minutes in 963. You keep saying I'm behind you. I think you're behind me. I'm 33 and 11 seconds in. You're saying you're 31 minutes in. So I think you're behind versus me being behind. Now you send this message at 5:38. I think we're about the same. I think the stream is the same. You guys can tell me if I'm behind. There's a water break. We are the better team by a good distance. But when we get outside the 18, it's almost we lose our sense of what we want to do. Now, we've been trying to put the ball in the box, and it hasn't worked. Try something different. Maybe try dribbling through with somebody behind you so if they throw the ball off, you can get the ball back. But the strategy we're employing of putting the ball in the box and they're just heading it out is not working. So maybe you try to go to the byline and cut it back or do something different, but we can't just employ the same strategy trying to penetrate them when they're really compact in the box and they're expecting us to do that. And Antonio is just all over the place. He's not making the best decisions. He sometimes has to pass when he's dribbling or vice versa. He needs to make better decisions. When he gets it, his mind has to be made about what he wants to do. So I think Guatemala has a throw in. I'm not sure what the ref called. I think there's a throw in deep in Jamaica half by the Guatemalans. When the Guatemalans are off the field, the one who said he got stepped on, or he did get stepped on, but I don't think it was intentional. I think Lati was trying to find someplace to put his foot. And unfortunately, he put his foot on his torso. Guatemala with a throw, looking to throw the ball someplace, but it's taking a long time to throw the ball. Get the ball over, headed out by Lambert. Guatemala trying to shoot, being trapped by Bobby Reed, trying to get on the line. He's going to go down the line, Bobby. You can't let him beat you there. Good block. You got a clear shot. That was too easy. Antonio with the ball, beat his man, got dispossessed. Guatemala looking to cross, take a good shot. Straight to Blake, though. Blake well positioned at the near post. That was a decent shot on him, and it was on target. Ball out to Bailey. Bailey has the ball down the box. He has a chance to beat his man. Looking for a good play by Bailey, but got dispossessed. I'm not sure what's happening. We're getting the ball in dangerous position, but we're not doing anything with him. Guatemala has the ball, trying to work the ball up through. Jamaica wins the ball back to Bobby Reed. Bobby got it. Go inside, Bobby Reed. You just walk him the ball. Go inside. Plays the ball into Lati Badir, go by one man, try to go outside, got dispossessed. We're just joking. That ball there should not be turned over. He had too much room and too much time to make a good pass. Guatemala has the ball in the Jamaica half, playing slow. Look, he wants to go by Amari Bell, but not having any luck, so he turns the ball back. We're 36 minutes in, game is tied at 0. Where we have had the more effective possession, not necessarily percentage-wise, but in terms of dangerous position, but we haven't really done much with it. Good read by Lati Badir. I think he won the ball. Maybe I'm sure it was offside, but got fouled. I'm not sure he got fouled there, actually. I think he was trying to shield the man and lost his balance. I don't think he got fouled. They had one chance there. With Reed should not have gotten beaten where he got beaten. Jamaica did a good job of blocking the ball there, but that was not a good move by Bobby Reed. Getting beaten on the baseline where he had no help. Ball was cut back inside, was really good defending by Jamaica. So you're saying it's 35 minutes at 5:42, and I am at 37 minutes now. Ball by Bobby Reed has the ball, looking for a pass. Try to place the ball over to Antonio. Ball comes to Antonio, takes a shot, goes wide. I just think Antonio is rushing the game. He gets the ball and really look at this ball. Good position. Try to take a snap, 1-2. Gray's wide up on the edge of the box. We're just not making smart moves. He's not playing smart. I must admit, Antonio's not playing smart. That ball, Gray's wide open. You're trying a speculative shot. You play the ball to him. You try to get the 1-2. Defense has to move. You can do something positive. See some Jamaican fans in the stands, seeing that they're frustrated with how we're playing. Yeah, I don't think Antonio is having a good game from where I sit. We're trying to do too much individually versus as a collective. We're getting the balls in good position. We're not doing much with them. And the press will slow up because as we press, we're going to get more tired and we won't have the energy to press as much as we're doing now. Bobby Reed is playing much deeper, actually, to help out Javian Brown. Ball played out wide to number 7, Herrera, looking to cross the ball. Played out for a throw-in by Bernard. Good defending. Guatemala looking for a throw. Come on, Gray, stay up, stay awake. You have your back turned to the play. You can't turn your back. Crossed by Guatemala, headed out by Lambert, doing a good job heading those ball out by Bobby Reed to Bailey. Really play him wide, play the ball down the wing to plays it too long to read. It's frustrating watching us making mistakes after mistakes when we get the ball to be offensively potent. Guatemala with the ball looking for a pass, plays the ball down to Herrera, number 6, looking to beat his man, looking inside, trying to turn. Good block by Maribel. Ball to Antonio, trying to run by the player, trying to bulldoze his way and turn. Antonio is like a ricochet. Just kick off him, hit someone else, kick off. There is no pattern to his play. He's all over the place. Lloyd Bell, so what would the final score? Right now, Lloyd, we have no idea. We thought we'd be up 2 or 3 by now, but we're not playing smart. You're 39 minutes in, 9-6-3, I'm 39 minutes in. So the referee has stopped the play and he's calling someone. I think Brown got injured, got hurt. He's holding his face, not sure what happened. I think the player inadvertently, his elbow came back and hit him in the face. Yes, that was an inadvertent elbow. He ran into an elbow. Don't know, Lloyd. I predicted 3-1 at the outset. I'm going to stick with my 3-1, but Antonio is not being the link-up player he needs to be. He's over the side giving instruction to people. He needs to watch his own game. His link-up player is not being what it needs to be. He's getting a lot of service, and he's not making good decisions. So he's on the sideline instructing his teammates what to do. He has to do better. If you're the center forward, you have 4 or 5 passes in front of you, or you take the ball and go to the goal. And his link-up play has been what it should be today. He has to play better. The ball is just bouncing off him like it's a pinball machine. "963 says, yeah, I agree, not effective." No, he hasn't been. He has to play better. He hasn't played well. Nathaniel Mendez is being highlighted. Mendez Lang, I think that's of Jamaican heritage. Oh, that's a foul. That's not a good foul by Lowe. That was no reason to foul the player there. He's not going anywhere. His back is turned to goal. He's at the halfway line. All you're doing is give them a free kick. Not a good play. What are we? Ball of the ball in their own half. Score is tied at 0 in the 41st minute. Pinto with the ball, played out to. Ball is being switched wide. Javin Brown should win this header. He does. Guatemala has the ball, looking for a pass. Ease it back. They're trying to play the ball around now, but they're not making much progress after. They have been able to penetrate our defense. We have gotten the balls in much more dangerous position, but haven't done much with them. Good crossfield pass to Herrera, number 7. He's looking for a pass. Makes a really good play. Number 6. Number 6 and number 7 link up really well, actually. Good tackle by Amari Bell to get the ball away from Herrera. Come on, Bernard, show some patience. Don't foul him. Ball is crossed, dangerous ball. Low kick, ball could have gone anywhere. Corner to Guatemala. And the Guatemalans in the stands are getting excited. Yeah, that kick by Low, that ball could have gone anywhere. Remind me of the goal that Trinidad scored against us. If you just joined us, we're 42 minutes in. Game is tied at 0. So those are predicted 6 and 7. I don't think that's going to materialize. Guatemala with a corner kick. Ball is over, headed out by Reed. Bailey has a chance to win this ball. He should just play the ball upfield. Just play the ball upfield. Just kick the ball up to Antonio. Why are you turning? Why are you looking? We had a player way up the field. I don't understand. Ball crossed by Guatemala. Headed out by, I think that's Bernard. Ball into Gray, trying to head the ball upfield. But Antonio trying to bring it down. Antonio pressuring his man. He's going to give away a foul. And that's not a smart foul, Antonio. You should be on your goal side. We're not playing smart, people. That's my one conclusion. We're not playing smart. We're not. Antonio fouled the play a while ago was not needed. Then go back to his goalkeeper. No need to relieve the pressure off him. If he wants to beat you, let him try to beat you, but don't foul him. Because he cannot go any place apart from going back if you stay behind him and stay on your goal side. (963), I think you're wrong in your assessment of who's ahead, but that's just me. Lambert tried to win the ball. When the ball went by Gray. Gray looking for a pass. Beat his man nicely, looking for a pass. Plays the ball back to Bernard. Bernard should go out to Amari Bell. We need somebody got to support him. We're running away from the ball. Go back to the ball. Bobby Reed, not sure what he's doing. He got fouled. That's not a good foul. Bobby looking to start the play back quickly. We're in the 44th minute. Score is tied at 0. Javane Brown with the ball, looking for a pass. Goes inside to Lambert. Lambert back to Bailey, and then makes a really, really poor attempt at a pass. That's a really poor turnover. Can't make turnover in that post part of the field. That's dangerous. But Guatemalans are just turning around. I'm not sure they know what they're doing. They're just lost out there. They're not playing well. Ball played onto Antonio, who let the ball run. Instead of taking the ball with him, he let the ball run. Who is the ball going to run to, Antonio? There's nobody behind you, and you let the ball run by you for no reason. He's just having in my view, a nightmare. Playing like he needs a rest. Bernard with the ball stopped it. Good play by Bernard, looking for a pass. And he plays the ball out of bounds to no one. Trying to dribble. Where he stops the ball and make the pass, he's trying to dribble it to his own teammate versus stopping the ball, let the defender make a decision. Ball headed out by Gray, has the ball, turns it over. Ball played between the legs of Lambert, who looks lost. I'm not sure what's happening, what we're doing here. And they're trying to be creative, Guatemala. See, a while ago, that's what we're not doing. The player's faking the shot. His teammate is running off him, and he's trying to play the ball between the line. And that was almost there a while ago. That's how you break down defense. Some creativity, some inventiveness, not just try to cross the ball in the box or some long pass that doesn't work. We're not cohesive. We're not cohesive. Yes, it's 3 minutes extra time, 963, I agree. Where are you now? I'm at 46-29. Antonio is just trying to do too much. You just got to play the ball, Antonio. Play the pass in front of you. You're trying to do too much. You said goal kick Jamaica? Well, you may be ahead of me. I'm at 46-52. I have a free kick Jamaica. I have Jamaica with a free kick in the 47 minutes in the Guatemalan half. So maybe you're ahead of me. Amar Bell is going to take the kick. It's a good free kick, trying to go far post. Ball headed out by Guatemala. They're looking for a long pass. Ball by Jalen Brown, good play. Play the ball back to Amar Bell, trying to go long again. Trying to find Low. Low is off balance. Guatemala trying to boot it downfield. Jalen Brown with a good header. Good tackle by Lambert. Players rolling around. Nothing happened to you. Come on, referee. Lambert picks up a yellow card. I don't think that was a yellow card. I think he blocked it. I'm at 48-04, 963. You keep telling me you're ahead of me. Where are you? Now you're at halftime then? I don't think that was even a foul. His knee hit the ball. Yes, he touched a player, but I don't think that was a foul. Guatemala has the ball in the middle of Jamaica half. The Guatemalan player is down, injured. We're 48 minutes and 29 and 31 seconds in. Therefore, we will almost soon go for halftime. Game is tied at 0. Not much happening, people. If I look in the stands, it's not sold out, but most of what you're seeing are blue and white. You may see a yellow someplace, but it's not a lot of yellows. Look around the entire stadium, it's blue and white, blue and white, blue and white. I see a patch of yellow like a dot, like seeing Earth when you're out of space. A small little dot. $49. I'm at 49 minutes, 963. And you call a goal kick earlier, there was no goal kick, so I'm not sure what you're seeing. It's 49 minutes and 26 seconds, Guatemala with a free kick. Going real long, Blake is coming for it and takes it. Trying to go wild, and he got blocked by the Guatemalan. It probably should be halftime. It's halftime. Game tied at 0. So let me know your views on the first half, people. You have seen the first half of play. What's your view on the first half? How you think the game went? How you think we have played? What didn't we do right? What we need to do better come second half? Really interesting so far. Game time at 0. It's halftime. It's halftime now, 963. You keep telling me you're ahead of me. It's been halftime. And I'm seeing advertisement now, so it's been halftime. So if you have joined me, we're watching the Jamaica versus Guatemala game. I think I said earlier that the ball is round, and I was giving a lot of grief by Cataract, like he normally does. You know, he's a hyperbole person. And the game is tied. I mean, both sides have had chances. I think we have been the better team, but we really haven't made good decisions in the final third. So I think defensively we are fine. We're in good stead. We normally struggle with set pieces, but we've been dominant in the air in the box. Blake has commanded his box well. The midfielders played okay. The problem we have is up front. Now, Bailey has played well, but hasn't always made a final decision. Reed is not really in the offensive end as much as he needs to be. He spends a lot of time trying to help out Javane Brown. Gray is not in the game. He touched a few balls here and there. He's actually going back in the midfield to touch the ball. And Antonio has just been poor. He's just been poor, simply. The ball is bouncing off him like it's a ping pong. He's leaving ball to run onto that no one's behind him. He's not making the pass when he has the pass. He's trying to hold the ball and go by defender and run through them when this is not rugby. He's been the most disappointing player. And frankly, if we had an equitable substitute, he may have been substituted at halftime because he's not being effective. He's not been effective. And I can't recall us taking a shot that put the keeper in any form of trouble. We have taken shots, and we have looked dangerous. I think the best chance we had, a couple of them were by Gray. He had one, but it was linked up in the first half, where he had a shot on goal and the ball went for a throw-in from the 18-yard box, actually. In fact, from the penalty spot, 11, 12 yards away, where he shot and the ball went outside. So we do need our forward line, including Bailey, who's playing sort of a hybrid 10 role, to be more effective. Really need that. Mr. Cataract says he wants to join. Let me see if I can find the link to send it to him. Let's see what he has to say, because he gave me a hard time yesterday about what the score was going to be. And as usual, he's Mr. Hyperbole, though. It's not a surprise. And Kyle, who was giving me a hard time about me being weak, he calls me, because I'm conservative in my assessment, and I've realized. I'm not sure. And maybe if I said 10, he would have been happy. But then, it wouldn't look good. So 963 saying, Jamaica is better. I think I'm losing my voice, but it's not efficient. I probably would use the word efficient. I would probably use the word 963 effective. So efficient would be how well they're using the ball. They've used the ball decent enough. They're not making the best decisions in the final third, nor are they effective. Because effectiveness means I'm getting shots on goal, I'm putting the keeper to work, I'm getting the ball in the net. Owen says, Nana need to settle down. Owen, you know Nana plays only one way. He only knows one way to play. It's not going to change. Lambert has a yellow card, which is dangerous because Lambert does can sometimes put in a tackle in certain places, similar to Lowe actually. So, I'm sending him. No, this is a StreamYard link. I'm not sure what he's saying. Oh, I'm sending him the wrong link. Okay. Let me get the link for Mr. Cataract. I don't know what link I just sent him. If he wants to join the stream, okay, this is it. He wants to join the stream. So he can tell me how come we're not up by the 6 he predicted or whatever number he predicted. Because he's always predicting us winning. So they're showing some replay. Let's start with the ball across the Gray. Gray faked the shot, had a clear sight of goal, and didn't hit the target. He leaned back and scuffed the shot. Antonio with the ball, plays the ball over to Bailey, who controlled the ball, plays the ball again back to Gray, who Dexter Dapham-Sauer took a poor shot. We're seeing the highlights here of the first half. Yeah, I sent you the link, Cataract. You see a shot taken over the bar by Guatemala. We're seeing the highlights of the first half. Header into Lowe, who played the ball back out to Gray, and Bernard shot and took it off Gray's left foot. And the ball hit the head of the defender. That was one of our clearer chances, actually. We haven't hit the target as well as we should have. Ricardo, I think that's an interesting point you're making, which is Brown is impressive defensively. I think he got grief before the game started as to why he was allowed to start. And so Cataract, I didn't see 6 yet. What's the story, Cataract? I'm missing something. Because people call me weak for not saying we're gonna win 6. So can you explain to me, Cataract, what's happening? I can't hear you. Why aren't we up 6 as you predicted, or 10? I can't hear Cataract. Someplace in Kingston at a bar.
There's a lot of noise in my background. I
can hear you.
Predicted Antonio a cagey game. So I'm looking for when Whisper come on. I told you that Whisper is the key to the victory. Cagey game, but Jamaica turned in the school.
Cataract,
up your boys. Walk them and stop them.
I'm going to take you to task, Cataract. I'm taking you to task. You said yesterday the game will not be close. But then you contradicted yourself by Whisper is going to be our savior, which didn't make any sense. So what are you saying now? What's your prediction? It's halftime. So you don't have a hindsight.
I said to you,
what are you
it's going to be a cagey game.
Yes.
It's going to be a cagey game. I said to you that my third key to victory was when Whisper comes on, he could turn the game on a moment of magic. He is the key to the victory. The Reggae Boys have had more chances on goal, more dominant. Guatemala, a couple of sniffs at goal due to errors, but walk them and zap them. 45 minutes to go.
So give me your assessment of the players so far. How are they playing, individually and collectively?
I think they have been trying to play as a team. I think Leon can just trust his teammates and get the ball to them. But we had some dangerous looks. One of those are going to go into the back of the net and open the floodgates.
Okay. What's your thought on Antonio? I think he's having a poor game from where I sit, actually.
Antonio's been doing what Antonio does, attracting attention of 2 and 3 players, trying to get the ball. He's trying to get some shots off. He had a shot with a weaker left foot. It's going to come. I don't think he's having a stellar game, but he's just having the game that the coach has asked him to lead the line. And it's up to Bailey and Gray to interchange with him, along with Bobby Reed. But I like how they are changing and mixing up and moving and grooving. Something never go on, man. Still confident.
No, I
One
agree
reggae
with you. We
boy.
gotta,
Psycho body we wear mad rabbit.
So I agree with you that we've got better chances, but I don't think we've been playing smart in the final third. Keterak, you still there or you left me? Hey, Keterak, I can't hear you. Is your battery?
Yeah, man, I'm here, I'm listening to you.
No, I'm saying that people are saying that Antonio has not been poor.
Listening to you. I'm listening to you. The music is loud here.
Okay. That's why you should walk with a pair of AirPods. Why don't you have AirPods on? You know you were going to be in the stream at some point.
I'm gonna push up things in my ears, brother. Yeah, I'm bad man. I'm gonna push up things in my ears.
No comment. I'm
here, man. They are start taking the thing. Gonna let us know so the thing I got you. Team Cataract in the building. 100% behind the reggae boys. 110%. It's coming. Remember in 98, you know. And on the 55th minute, of them think that they had Burton score. So good talk from the coach, and let us come out and jump all over this Guatemala team.
Yeah, I think we got to make better decisions in the final third. What's your thoughts on that? I think we get to the final third, we're not making the best decisions.
No, but the Guatemalans are also swarming in defense. They're swarming. I don't know how long they can keep that up, which is why I'm encouraging the boys to keep going at them. And then when a player like Whisper comes on and there's some tired legs there, he'll open up the game.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Owen saying Antonio isn't poor. I've watched Antonio play over years a lot of football. I just think he's not being effective this season. Doesn't mean he won't be, and I hope he scores.
I would say he's having an average game. He's having an average game. What he's looking to do is break, and he got that one break, and the left-footed shot. I think he would take that back anytime, and really line it up and put it in.
Lloyd Bellison, forward's not trying enough to score, so the coach has to make substitute and let the link men advance instead of playing for a draw. The coach is not making any substitution apart from maybe a Lambert with a yellow card. I don't see any other substitution being made. Lambert has a yellow. There are two yellows, right? I'm trying to remember the other yellow. But
there are two yellow cards. Lambert is on a yellow and
Bernard is on a yellow. Bernard is on a yellow.
Bernard. It's on Bernard and Lambert. But I'm pressing the game. Let's see what they do in the first 15 minutes. Let's see how they take it up to the first hour. But as I said to you, it could be a cagey affair. In which case, my key to victory is Whisper. That I'm saying. But whop them and zap them.
I don't think Whisper is going to be the savior, actually. Unless he comes on. Look, if we think we're not getting pressure defensively, then yeah, you can bring Whisper on maybe for Bobby Reed. Because Reed is playing well defensively. Not sure he's as effective offensively. I think he's having a decent game, actually. And Whisper can be a differentiator going forward, but Whisper gets lost defensively. He doesn't have the same awareness defensively as he should, which can create problems for Javain, even though I think Javain, as someone mentioned previously, is playing well. So Sean says, Stan, are you programmed to have a negative perspective on only football, or is it a life thing?
Javi, apart from one error between him and Lloyd, he has not been exposed defensively. So why would you make that change?
No, I'm not saying. What I'm saying is that you can make a change for someone with a yellow. If you think they may pick up another yellow, you don't want to play with 10 men, right? So you may change Lambert because they're pretty skillful in the midfield. So Sean, what am I being negative about, Sean? Maybe you can elaborate because I'm confused. You say I'm programmed to have negative should be perspective, not prospective, but it should be perspective. PER, not PROS. I want to correct your English. So what am I being negative about? You tell me. Because I don't think I'm being negative.
Repeat that, Cranky. Cataract juggling. Cataract, so that juggling here. So repeat it again for me, please.
No, what I'm saying is that we have to make better decisions in the final third. That's all. I think we're the better team, and we're in the attacking third quite a bit. And even though they're pocketing the box, you got to think about doing something different from what you're doing now. If you're lobbing the ball in the box and it gets headed out all the time, think about trying to do some fakes. You notice in the first half when they go by Javain's side, they're trying to be creative by faking the shot, going inside, and try to play the ball in between the line when the defense react. You have to try something more inventive and not just do the normal everyday cross and hope with a hope. You can't just cross with a hope. We got to cross with purpose. And I think some of our crossing is just hopeful crossing. Ricardo Baggio says, Whisper not seeing the field today, pace too hot. Nah, I think Whisper is a fearless player, actually. I like Whisper. I think he plays fearlessly. I don't think he's intimidated by the occasion.
Let's do this. Wrap them and zap them. But Daniel Johnson coming on. Oh, wow.
Oh, who, Lambert?
Daniel Johnson for Kevin Lambert. So the coach not wrapping up. The coach not wrapping up. You are correct, Craig. You are correct.
I think the yellow card is part of that whole equation, right? You don't want to get another yellow. Bernard is more protected, but when you're in the middle of the field with skillful players, one bad tackle can cost you. So DJ will give us more offensively going forward. My only concern is who's going to sit where Lambert normally sits.
So we're really going with one CDM. One CDM.
It looked like no CDM to me. But Lati likes to get forward and DJ goes forward. Lati likes to get forward, and DJ goes forward quite a bit, as you know.
Lati is more defensive. But let's see. I'm surprised at the change. I thought it would have come probably on the hour mark, but we're off and running.
I don't think he's getting enough from him too. So yes, I agree. Owen, he does play fearless. Yes, Ricardo, I did see the look actually. He's like, "Why are you here? I'm the forward." when Bernard took the shot away from him, but I think Bernard had a right to take it. He was on his right foot, which is his stronger foot, so I think he had a right to take it. Game is off. So 963, where are you? I am 45 minutes and 5 seconds in. Second half has started. Yes, so I think we are linked. 963. I think we're the same. Ball is with Blake, who plays it deep, trying to find Dexter Dot. Dexter Dot needs to get back. Ball played out to Dexter by Lowe, looking to go long. Dexter played inside to Antonio. Bailey trying to go in and go. Defender's going to go back to his keeper. And we're out of position. Yeah, we're not moving to the ball as well as we can. DJ tried to play in Bailey, but missed time pass, misplaced pass. Bernard with the ball. He had a pass and he changed his mind. Went back to Lowe. Lowe looking for a pass. Gonna go wide to Bernard. Bernard to Amari Bell. Bell plays the ball. Try to force the ball between the lines, and Guatemala are reading those passes. And then we're on the defensive. We try to make those passes. Those passes are being telegraphed. Guatemala looking. Play the ball down the lines, number 6. Try to beat Latimer there. He turned him around, played the ball in, headed out by Bernard. Bernard head out again. Ball into Bailey. Bailey, like really good pass out to Gray. Come on, Gray, you gotta beat this man and move upfield. No play there, goes back to Amari Bell. Looking to go deep. He tries to go inside, which was not a smart move. Ball to Antonio was being fouled. Ball to Gray into Antonio, who's being fouled again. Come on, referee. Volume fouls. You got to start calling a yellow card. You can't keep fouling him 24/7. You don't call him a yellow. He's been fouling him all game, referee. There's a collection of fouls, which then result in a yellow. Antonio's complaining to the referee, which is right. You can't be fouled 24/7. You don't give him a yellow card. That must have been 5 or 6 fouls on Antonio by the same player. Jamaica the ball deep to Latimer looking to go long. Plays the ball out to Amari Bell. We got to be very careful in the defense. We're trying to play comfortable and hold the ball, but got to make sure we don't make any mistake deep. Great, poor pass inside, trying to find Antonio. Turn the ball over. That was a poor turnover by Gray. Won the ball back. Ball played out to Dexter Dapp, or Reed, as we know him, looking for a pass inside. We're trying to break. Bailey goes wide. Reed comes inside. Plays the ball poor. The decision making in the final third is unbelievably poor. There he had all day to make a decision, and he passed the ball to the opposition. And now the good run by Lowe. Blake didn't do a good job there in terms of trying to read a play. Played out of bounds. Blake came and then went back into his goal. That was not good. We're 48 minutes in, game tied at 0. Our forward line is not playing well, people. And I know people say I'm critical. They're having the ball in dangerous position. The final pass is going wayward. So now Chris Brown said my feet is behind him. I'm not sure what's the case, Chris. I'm not sure what's happening with my feet. Ball played out to Reed. Reed looking for a pass. Can't find one. Plays it up to Bailey. Bailey's going to go back to Javane Brown. Probably should come inside the low looking for a pass. Doesn't have any. Goes to Reed. Probably should go to DJ. DJ turns, looking for a pass. Go back to Brown. We're walking the ball up the field. Guatemalans are resting. They're not pressuring us much over our halfway line. They're looking for us to bring the ball up, and then they try to close the spaces down. And we've tried to get the ball between the lines a few times, and it hasn't worked because they're anticipating the passes. Ball by Bernard. Bernard looking to go to Antonio, trying to run by his man. Looking for a pass. Goes wide to Gray. Gray tried to beat his man. Antonio with the ball. Pushes his man down. Ref says play on. Can go wide to Reed. Reed need to come into the box right away. He needs to try to go to the ball in the box, crowd the ball in the box. Ball headed up by the Guatemalans. They're doing a good job of anticipating the crosses and getting on the end of them. I agree with that. Johnson with the ball, looking for a pass. Go back out to Bailey. Bailey looking, try to go deep. Try to cross, and ball is won by Guatemala back to Javane Brown. With a good cross in, ball is by Antonio. That was a really good crossing by Javane Brown. One thing with ball turnover to Amari Bell. I said to Johnson looking for a ball to Gray. Gray looking for a shot. Plays the ball all right to Bailey. Bailey try to shoot. Ball is blocked. Ball to DJ. Jamaica pressuring them. Amari Bell goes back to Gray. Gray's going to look for a shot. Trying to go inside. Has nowhere to go. Play the ball back to DJ. DJ back to Gray. Now he has a chance to shoot. Oh, to Antonio. Goal! Jamaica to Amari Bell. Brilliant pass by Gray to Bell. Goal! Amari Bell, Jamaica goal. As MCR Jamaica, boom! One in the net. That's what I'm talking about. Inventive play. Ball play out to Gray. Let's see if Amari Bell is onside. And he's checking his run. Brilliant pass by Gray between the line. A brilliant, brilliant pass. Really quick. You need that inventiveness. And it's a really good goal by Amari Bell on his weaker foot, frankly. Gray faked the shot and made a pass. So if we're talking about being inventive, you have to be inventive when the box is that clogged up. And it's a really good goal right in the corner by Bell. Really well taken. I'm sure the crowd's going to be silent. And in fact, the stands, I see people holding their head, which is good. We want to hold their heads for the rest of the game. Good goal. Brilliant play by Gray. It's now 51 minutes in. 51 minutes and 40 seconds. Jamaica 1, Guatemala 0. I'm sure Cataract didn't come by and give me a lecture about how he predicted it. The winner of this game advances to play Mexico in the semifinal. 9:30 p.m., 6:30 Pacific time on Wednesday. So let's hope we can keep this lead. Guatemala really hasn't done much. We're the better team by a good mile. We just haven't been clinical in the final third in terms of making decisions. So that was a really good setup by Gray, actually. Jamaica with the ball, coming forward. DJ playing 1-2 in the mix with Latibadir. Play to Javane Brown, who plays the ball out of bounds for no reason with limited pressure. Guatemala with the ball, plays it back to the keeper. If you just join us, we're 52 minutes in. Jamaica leading by 1-0. Goal scored by Amari Bell, from an assist from Gray. Blake hit the ball deep. Straight back to Guatemala. We got to think about when we play those balls deep. We got to get it back to our team. And Javain Brown pushing the player in the back. I don't know why he's doing that. The player's back is turned to your goal. He can't go anywhere. Bernard win the ball. Back to low. Back to late. Late going deep. People, I am hearing like a thunderstorm outside my window. I'm not sure what's happening in New York here, but it's really raining really hard. 53 minutes in, Jamaica leading by 1-0. Ball with Guatemala deep in their own half, trying to play out. Guatemala really hasn't created too many chances against us. We have been the much better team. I don't think we've just not made the best decisions in the final third. I agree, Spain down. We do need another goal. But they have to press now, so we just got to take advantage of that. I think he was fouled there. The ref, number 3, is complaining to the referee, but Antonio was fouled. He's being fouled all game. He's trying to hold the ball up, and the defender's complaining to the referee, but he's fouled. He's holding him. He's pushing him. Even though I think on the play, Antonio needs to be a little bit stronger. He's a little bit off balance, but he's being fouled all game. Started off better in the second half. I don't think his first half was that good, actually. King Judas. You have to be a very confident person to call yourself Judas. Real confident. Ball played out to Amari Bell. Plays over to Amari Bell, who's looking to go down the wing, looking for a pass inside. Is pressure the defense. Try to go inside to... Should have gone outside to Gray, and Gray is frustrated. He went inside to Antonio when the pass wasn't there, when he should have gone inside. Ball to Antonio. It's a foul on Jamaica. Yeah, I think our decision-making in the final third has not been the best. He had Gray wide open. He tried to force the ball into Antonio and turn the ball over. Guatemala, I think, is going to try to go long more because they have been able to cross. They've been trying to play short, and we have been really pressuring the ball, still doing so. Guatemala with the ball. Trying to come forward, trying to break us down with their short passing, but not making much success. Give the ball away to Gray. Gray with the ball, looking for a pass, looking for Antonio out wide. Play the ball wide to Antonio. He knows his man one-on-one. Won the ball back, looking for a pass. Beautiful ball to Bailey. Bailey didn't anticipate that ball, actually. He should have, because he was wide open. Bailey looking to cross, looking for a pass, goes back to Javain Brown, who I know we put in the box with a good cross, and he does, very good cross, to Dexter Dapp, and Bobby Reed misses the header. That was a clear header. Should have hit the target, and he missed the ball. Ball came over, he just missed it. It hit him on his shoulder, actually. That ball should have been headed and be on target. One thing with Javain Brown, he's a very good cross off the ball. And I think maybe that's one of the reasons why the coach has him in. I think when he played over in Austria and the first game he played in the tournament, did a really good job of crossing the ball. Jamaica in the box looking for a corner. Bailey with the corner. For a corner, ball headed up by Guatemala. Bailey with the ball again. Need to go back to Javain Brown, who needs to put in the box like he normally does, and a brilliant cross by Javain Brown. Ball headed up to Latibadir, to Bernard. Bernard looking to turn. Plays the ball out to the DJ, and the ball wasn't expected by Latibadir. And Guatemala trying to go deep one-on-one. And the ball is missed. Ball is missed by Javain Brown, the player goes wide. Guatemala in a dangerous position. And ball saved. We have two defenders back. And instead of one staying with the forward and one staying free, they both miss the balls. That's where decision-making comes into play. If it's 2 against 1 forward, one stays deeper, one stays close to him. So if you foul him, you won't get called for a breakaway foul and get a red card. I'm not sure what we're doing in that situation. Antonio pressing the defense, ball play, trying to get the ball into Antonio. 57 minutes in, Jamaica 1, Guatemala 0. Guatemala with the ball just at the edge of the center circle, got the ball in between us. We lost one pass, beat 4 Jamaican players. Guatemala with the ball deep, trying to come into the box, ball in the box. Overhit from Maribel, who needs to go deep. Went deep, but turned the ball over. But poor clearance. Ball shot was straight to Straight to Blake. We're the much better team. We're just not always playing like it. We are 57 minutes in. Jamaica lead ball with the nil. Good thing about DJ, he likes to play with the football. He likes to touch the ball, which is good. We need that in the midfield. Somebody's a ball handler. I think he give you more of that than Lambert. But Lambert's a much better defender. Lowe plays the ball out to Amari Bell, to Bernard, to Amari Bell. Play up to Gray. Gray, brilliant turn. And decided not to go and come back. I didn't beat out the line, I'm not sure why he went back, actually. Ball play back to Blake, to Lowe. Lowe looking for a pass. Goes long, which there was no need to do so. He had two passes in front of him, but he likes to go long. Ball to Latibadir, looking for a pass. Plays the ball into Antonio. Antonio needs to go wide to Gray. He needs to go wide to Gray. He goes wide to Gray. Take too long. 1-2. Needs to play 1-2 with Bailey. Bailey looking for a pass. Beat this man nicely. Going to Gray. Brilliant pass. Try to make a pass over the top, which was a good idea. But ball intercepted by Guatemala. And they have the ball trying to come forward. Good run by Antonio. Brilliant fight by Antonio. Won the ball back. Played the ball into DJ. DJ plays back to Javian Brown. Really good pass to Latibadir. To Antonio needs to try to go wide to Bailey. Lati tried to go wide and he got blocked. And now Jamaica scrambling. Good interception by Javian Brown. Looking for a pass. Looking for a cross. Can't see one. And now going to go for the cross. Ball won by Jamaica. They don't play bottom and catch, as I call it in Jamaica. Gray with the ball. He has Bailey wide. Decided to give it to him, make a really bad pass. Bailey with the ball. Plays it back to Gray. Gray looking to beat his man. Still looking for a pass. Goes all the way back to Amari Bell. Amari Bell beat his man and got fouled. And the referee calls a foul. It's a free kick to Jamaica. Just over the halfway line. Ball played out to Gray. Gray trying to go forward. His man need to take him on and beat him and got on the line. Ball out for should be a corner. Stepped over twice, but the defender came over and hit the ball out of bounds for a corner to Jamaica. I think we need another goal to settle our fans down, to settle the game down, the players down, everyone down. We need a goal. Come on, Jamaica, put this in the net. Just joined us, 60 minutes in and 25 seconds. Jamaica 1, Guatemala 0. Goal scored by Amari Bell from a pass from Demari Gray, or Demari Gray, as some people call him. Demari Gray with a corner, good corner in the box. DJ had a clear shot on goal. I'm not sure what he did. He missed it. I am not sure what happened, if he got hooked or something, but that ball was on target for DJ. He didn't try to head it. He didn't kick it. I'm not sure what he did. Guatemala with the ball, plays it inside to try to go between the lines, and they've got between the lines. Ball played out wide, and we were backing off too much. We had a chance to get him, but we didn't. Backing off too much. They're looking for a cross. Ball played out by Lowe. And headed down. Bailey tried to head the ball down but no luck to Antonio. We're backing off sometime when we should be going forward. We're backing off. Shot taken, collected by Blake at the near post. Speculative shot, I would say, from a close angle. I think he should have tried to cross that ball to Guatemala, and he tried to go for goal. Try to surprise Blake. I think he did, actually. He was probably looking for the cross, and he surprised him. But he prevented him from going out for a corner. I'm not sure what happened. Somebody's down. And that may be Javian Brown, I would think, actually. I'm trying to see if somebody's down on the field, injured. It's Javian Brown. He's down. I think Lambekeezy needs to warm up. Javian Brown has had a good game, by the way. I know he got grief about him starting, but he's had a good game. The medic trainer, masseuse is on the field. They're spraying that thing. I'm not sure what that thing does. Feel like ice and cold. Probably freeze up the muscle. help to null the pain, I guess. If you're just joining us, and by the way, thanks for joining us, and hit the like button while you're here. We're 62 minutes in, almost 63 minutes in. It's 55 seconds. Jamaica leading by 1-0. Goal scored by Maribel off a brilliant no-look pass from Damari Gray. Guatemala making a substitute. Number 15, Sequen is off. And number 23, Aparicio, I'm saying that right, is on. Chris is saying DJ is a better passer. Yes, I would agree. Better ball handler, I would say. I think Lambert is better defensively, but DJ is a better ball handler. Lambert Kesey is on for Javane Brown, who's off. Looked like he's run out of steam or injured, one of the two. Didn't look like a bad injury, but Lambert Kesey's on. And by the way, Javane Brown had a good game. I think he's a brilliant cross off the ball, by the way. Most of his crosses are always in really good spot and give the forwards a chance. Ball headed out to Bailey, defender has gotten the ball, being chased by Bailey. Lambert Kesey's way up the field. Guatemala trying to go forward, play the ball back deep into their own half. Guatemala with the ball, trying to play the ball around and looking to penetrate, but Jamaica is pretty compact defensively, actually, and very aggressive defensively, which is good. Because we're a much more athletic team, so we should be. Guatemala with the ball, trying to turn inside. DJ trying to win the ball. Gray win the ball, looking for a pass. Going out wide to Dexter Daps. Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed has a chance to go wide. Play to Gray. Gray crossed the ball. Oh, I'm sorry, Bailey. Ball was played to Bailey on his right foot. Took a shot. Really good playing. And the keeper's leg blocked it. It wouldn't have been a goal. The ball hit off the defender and hit the keeper's leg. And somehow his toe touched the ball from going to goal. That is as close as it gets. That was a really good attack, by the way. Really good pass by Gray. I like how Gray plays with composure. He's always trying to make the right pass for the right situation. DJ making a man of himself in the box, trying to move the defense around. Cross by Gray. Good corner. Ball headed up by Guatemala. Comes out to Lambert Kesey, going wide to Dexter Dapp, trying to go over. Oh! Damian Lowe missed a sitter. I do not understand how he missed that. Ball dropped to Damian's feet and legs got tied up. Ball came over and his legs got all tied up. He was all over the place. That should have been a goal. He tried to head it, it dropped on his foot, and it was mayhem from there. Ball cleared up by Guatemala. And they now have a goal kick. I think they're calling a foul against Jamaica on that whole play. But greater chance, I mean, Damian Lowe had a chance to score there. Jamaica with the ball headed over by Antonio, controlled by foul call on Jamaica. I'm not sure why that's a foul on Jamaica, actually. I think that's a bad call by the referee. 66 minutes in, and Jamaica leading by 1-0. Guatemala with the ball, plays it inside, trying to go wide. Jamaica trying to pressure as usual. Ball played wide to Guatemala, looking for a pass inside, can't find one. Plays it back to number 7. Good block, good read by Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed's a really good defender, by the way. Even though he's a forward, he plays really well defender. Antonio trying to chase it, which we're pressing again. We're trying to put pressure on the ball. Some semi-effective. Ball played through Lambert Kesey, playing too high. You got to go back, Lambert Kesey. You're playing too high up the field. Your man is getting behind you. I know you can't hear me, but you got to be cognizant of where you are on the field. Guatemala ball deep in Jamaica's half, trying to play the ball around, looking to penetrate. Jamaica was set up defensively. Number 7 with the ball, looking, play the ball back inside. If we win this ball, we should have a fast break. Good tackle by DJ. DJ really playing hard. Guatemala with a cross, headed out to Jamaica to Dexter back, looking to go wide. DJ looking to go wide, turn the ball back, plays it wide to Amari Bell, who's going to go long, change his mind, play the ball to DJ, looking to go long. He should just go long, take the pressure off. Not sure why we're playing with the ball in our own area and we have no way to penetrate. Ball with Dexter Dab, looking for a pass, can't find one. They need to move, so give him a pass. He's dribbling up the field. He goes wide to Antonio. Antonio trying to bring the ball down the wing, going to go back. Brilliant ball across to Gray. Gray controls, looking for a pass. Fake inside, looking for a shot. Wild shot over the bar. He used Dexter as a decoy, turned inside, tried to go with his left foot. He's pretty good from there with his right foot, but I don't know if his left foot has one that, I don't know him scoring left foot goals from there. He's a scorer of great goals, but not a great goal scorer. That was probably obvious there. 68 minutes in, Jamaica still leading by 1 goal to nil. We need another goal to make us all relax right away. Anything can happen. And our midfield is slacking off. Look there, we have nobody in the middle of the park. So that's what I'm talking about. We're pressing high, but my CDM needs to make sure he's before his defenders and not too way up the field. Poor ball by the Guatemalan outside for a throw-in deep in Jamaica's half. Guatemala hasn't done much when they get to the top of our 18, and their crowd seems a little bit perturbed. They're showing us people in the stands. Jamaica really by the corner flag trying to throw the ball out. We need to have more players going for the ball. Why are we hiding? We have 4 Guatemalans and 3 Jamaicans going for the ball, and it's our throw. We need to go get the ball. We're giving him no options. Look like there's a change coming. Players being stopped. Oh, a ball was on the field, so the goalkeeper of Guatemala trying to get the ball off the field. Referee stopped the play. Now our team is trying to position themselves to get the ball. Bell trying to throw it long. They get a long throw in. Headed up by Antonio. Jamaica with the ball still in the middle of their half with a throw in. We are 70 minutes in. Guatemala is going to make a change. I think number 13 is going to come on. Ball thrown up to Antonio. Headed over to Dexter. Dexter trying to go by his men. Try something which didn't really work, actually. Not sure what he was trying to do. Ball headed out by Jamaica for a throw-in. We're the much better team and probably should be up more, but I think when we get the ball in the middle of their half going forward, we haven't really done as much as we can. Number 5, P. Alton is off. Number 13, A. Galindo is on for Guatemala. Guatemala with the ball in their half, looking to penetrate. And we're really not giving them a lot of room. Ball played outside should be a throw into Jamaica. It is. 71 minutes in, 90 minutes to go to get to the semifinal of the Gold Cup, where we will take on Mexico. Amar Bell going down the line, trying to find Antonio. Antonio holding the ball up, plays the ball out wide to Reed. Reed to Antonio. Antonio looking for a pass. Play the ball, went out to Latibadir. Latibadir looking to go by his man, dived and get a free kick. Not sure it's much of a free kick, but Jamaica have the ball in a really good spot. Just outside the 18. Hopefully it would be a little bit deeper because when you're that close to the goal, but it's a great spot. Enough of a spot to get the ball over the wall and dip it into the corner. This should be Gray's free kick. It's on the left-hand side, so it should be a right-footer's kick. I see 3 players over the ball. There's only one person to me should take this kick, and it's Gray to go left upright. Bailey talking to Gray, but I think this is Gray's kick. I think Gray's going to take it. I see him shaking his head, which means he should try to go where the keeper is situated. Either go over the wall if the keeper is not behind the wall, or go to the top left-hand corner. He's in a good place to go over the wall. Let's see what he does. Actually, you know what would be a good play, people? Where number 6, Bernard, if he just goes wider and Gray gave him the ball like he gave to Amar Bell, he'd also score for them. Gray with a kick and out of bounds. Nothing doing. Nothing doing. He's trying to hit the left upright. Nothing doing. I always believe, I would love to see the statistics on how many free kicks are scored from those positioning games. I think a lot of teams are one-dimensional when they do that. I always believe you should mix those free kick up. You should probably position your players on the edge of the box where they can get the ball versus just going wide. Ball with Latibadir plays the ball wide out to Amari Bell, wide out to Gray. Gray with the ball stopping, trying some trickery, looking to get Bale the ball. Try to beat. He has Bale to pass the ball and he tried to dribble the ball. I have no idea why you wouldn't do that. You have a simple 5-yard pass and you're trying to dribble. That was unnecessary and then create pressure on your team. Now they have the ball. Jamaica wins the ball back. Ball plays into Mari Bell, plays it back to Bernard, plays it back all the way back to Andre Blake. Andre Blake with the ball. Called for by Low, but he shouldn't give it to Low. Not a good play to give it to Low there. Now you should give it to him. Low asking for the ball deep. Jamaica is playing the ball down the area. Guatemala trying to come up, plays it back to Low. Low fakes to go inside and then goes deep. Going deep, good ball over to Dexter Dapp, who always made a brilliant, he's calling for a handball, almost in a brilliant control. Referee not giving anything. Let's see what VAR says. Dexter think the hand was used to stop the ball. It wasn't a penalty area, so it won't come back. The referee didn't call anything, but he thinks that was a handball by the defender. But it was a very good ball by Low deep, actually. "74 minutes in, Jamaica leading by 1-0. We need another goal to put our nerves at ease so we can all relax and take this home." Guatemala with the ball, deep in their own half, plays it back to the keeper. I think Antonio is getting tired. He's walking now. He's not running like he was in the first half, actually. Guatemala with the ball, try to play the ball upfield, but Latimadir go for the header. Low is way upfield. Low needs to go back. Good win by Latimadir. Plays the ball out to try to play the ball over. And not the best pass. DJ with the ball control, looking for a pass. Has a chance to go outside. He's telling Amar, he's trying to direct play. Ball played into Gray. Gray turns, looking for a pass. He has a chance to go wide. He's trying to dribble out the defense. Try to roll the ball into Antonio. Antonio with the ball, try to cross it. It's a poor cross. He has all time, all day. There's no reason to rush that. Stop the ball and look for. Nichols is going to come on for Antonio. Nicholson is being given instructions on the touchline. I think he's going to come on for Antonio, which I think is a good change, actually. Guatemala, 75th minute, with a throw deep in their own half. I'm not nervous about Guatemala scoring. Just need my team to score a few more goals. Gunner's boss, anything can happen. We can't make a mistake. Good tackle by Latibadir. Bailey's tripped from behind. Should be a yellow card referee. Guatemalan defense. Guatemala trying to play the ball out, but they haven't been as successful as they'd expect. Given their pedigree as a short passing team, they haven't played the ball out as well as one would expect in this game. We are in the 76th minute. Jamaica leading by 1-0. Bailey was going towards goal. The player has basically tripped him. It's just a cynical foul, actually. And this shot should be a Bailey shot or a far post by Gray. Not sure. Bailey could go try to score from there, actually. It's not impossible. But maybe what you do is, if Gray want to score it, is put somebody just outside the box. We don't have any play outside the box and the ball get headed back out to us in the middle of the field. We don't have a lot of players up, actually. I think we're playing a little bit conservative. Normally, we are flood the box with players. He went for the goal, and the ball was over the bar. I think it was Bailey. Went for the goal, and really, it's over the bar. Nothing doing. So, number 11 is off, who's Antonio. I'm sorry, number 18 is off, who's Antonio. Nicholson will be on, number 11. I think Antonio was better in the second half. Still not his best game. I thought he was better than he was in the first half. But even that last play where he had the ball in the corner, he had no pressure. And he crossed the ball blind versus stopping it. And he had all day to stop the ball, look in the box, look for his teammate. That didn't happen. Shamar Nichols is on. I think Shamar will do just a good job holding the ball. I just don't want Shamar to press because he's been trying to score all Gold Cup. And it hasn't happened for him. So my hope is that he doesn't press, he just plays normal game, which we know he can do. Nicholson pressuring the Guatemalan defense, and they have to go long. Ball headed down to DJ, who throw the ball into Bailey, run the ball to Nicholson on goal, and he jumped. He has the ball. I have no idea what he did. It must have been, it was offside actually. I'm not sure what he did in the end with that ball. Yeah, he was offside. He was barely offside. But it was a really good ball by Bailey. And that player jumped two-footed. Wow. That was a last-ditch effort. We need to stop the ball. Guatemala dribbling the ball, trying to go deep. Does so really well. Lambert's in his man. He has him out wide, trying to beat him. Goes by, trying to cross the ball back. Brilliant save by Blake. Ball crossed in. I know Gunner's boss saying he has no concern about him scoring. The ball is wrong, Gunner's boss, as you can see from that play. Brilliant crossed in, ball heading to goal, and Blake flew to get that out of his goal. A really good header. And it was further in the corner, he would have scored. I'm not sure how these short players can all the time get ahead of our defenders in the box, but that was dangerous for Jamaica. That should be a goal kick to Jamaica. Really good save by Blake, and the ricochet was kicked out of bounds by Guatemala. Why are we having two people going for one ball? We have two defenders going for the same ball. I'm not sure why we're doing that. Low with the ball, looking for a pass. Gonna go long, as he normally does. He goes long. Controlled by Bailey, miscontrol. Ball go back to Guatemala. Guatemala with the ball trying to go forward. Play is just raggedy right now. You can't even commentate, because if you do, nobody really has the ball. It's just kick and foul, and the ball must have been turned over like 5 or 6 times in the same sequence of play. But Jamaica ended up with the ball. And that was a chance for Guatemala right there, which they almost took. Gunner's boss said they weren't threatening. See Gunner's boss? They threatened a while ago. We need to score another goal. We can't afford to have this goal game go to penalty kicks. Jamaica with the ball. Ray with the ball. Dispossessed. I think it's time for Whisper, frankly. I'll put him on to create some havoc. I think our forward line is getting somewhat tired. Not making the best decisions. The number 6 of Guatemala is their danger man. This ball should go to Blake. Blake holds it. We're 80 minutes in. Jamaica 1, Guatemala 0. We need another goal, people. Yes, we agree Blake is top-notch. He should be keeping at a higher level, frankly. But I'm sure he's comfortable and getting really good money in the MLS. But he should be playing at a higher level. The referee just blocked DJ from getting the ball, frankly. Come on, referee, get out of the way. Or DJ, look where you're going. Gray needs to pressure this ball. Ball played by Guatemala on the halfway line. They come into the game more, you know. In the last few minutes, they come into the game more. They get more confident. I think we're getting more tired. Oh, that's a foul to Guatemala in the middle of Jamaica half. I think we're getting tired. The coach may need to make a few more changes. I think the legs are giving out a little bit. Kyle said Jamaica looking this look hard. Yeah. I agree, Gunner's boss. It's whisper time. And whisper can be loud in this game. It is whisper time. Guatemala just made a change. Number 14 is on. They're going to go deep in the box, so we have to be very conscious of this. They go wide to the right, looking to cross in the box. They're going to take on Gray one-on-one, trying to go down the line. Gray holding his defensive position. Ball is crossed in the box. Guatemala has a head. That was not good. Didn't like that at all. DJ with the ball, looking to play the ball wide out to Nicholson, who turns the ball over. A poor touch. He's just having a nightmare of a tournament. That was a fast break right there. If he had the ball under control, he could play the ball wide. He turned the ball over with a poor touch. Ball headed up by Guatemala. They're controlling the ball now. They get much more position. I think our coach probably need to rethink. Do we put on some more defensive players? Do we put on some more fresh legs? You gotta rethink the game. We're not up there. We're getting tired, especially the forward line, and we're committing fouls, unnecessary fouls. The foul by Maribel, the player's back is the goal. He's going nowhere. Why would you want to foul him? And we put it on Burke, who's a hard worker. That's what I was saying. He's a hard worker. So maybe the coach is thinking about Burke as a defender versus a forward. Not sure who he's going to come on for. I assume it's either Bailey or Gray. And he's going to run them into the ground, someone says. Well, let's see. Guatemala with a free kick. And they both, I don't know if they're trying a fake or something, but that was much of a free kick, actually. Guatemala with a free kick. Good free kick. Oh, that was headed on by one of the Jamaica defenders. That could have been an own goal. We're struggling with those things. Yeah, that was a head on by Nicholson. Is that Nicholson or Bernard? Couldn't really tell on that. That was not a good thing. Ball played into Atibadir, Bernard with the ball looking for a pass. Plays the ball out to Amari Bell, to Gray. Gray goes long cross field, really good pass to Lambekizi, who controls and play the ball wide out to Dexter Dapp, looking for a pass, goes back into DJ. DJ goes back out to Dexter. That's how we should do. Play the ball around. Play the ball. He had a ball, play inside. Why are you trying to beat him? Ball played over to Bailey. And kicked out of bounds for throwing. Lambekizi had the ball to play the ball inside to his midfielder. He's trying to beat his man and almost turn the ball over. That's where you make bad decisions when you have an easy pass to make to create an offensive situation for yourself. I think it's Bailey who's going to be replaced by Burke. So Bailey's off and Burke is in. We're in the 85th minute. Jamaica 1, Guatemala 0. Guatemala's gotten some chances, as normally the case against Jamaica, aerial chances in the second half of the game, which they have in the first half. We haven't created much in the last part of the first half, of the second half, actually. We haven't created much dangerous play apart from an opportunity for Nicholson to get in where you're offside. We have to do a better job of trying to close this game out. Now McGee with a long throw, trying to find Burke. Ball kicked over, picked up by Gray, looking for a shot, looking for a pass. Has 3 defenders on him. And plays the ball very composed to Low. Low play the ball into Lambekizi. Lambekizi plays the ball out to Reed. Reed can look for a cross. Cross the ball, not the best cross. Good run by Nicholson. Try to win the header. No one there. Guatemala trying to force it to Low. Low with the ball to Dexter. Dexter looking for a pass. He goes inside. Not Dexter, I should say Bobby Reed. I'm calling him Dexter that. Ball into Burke. Burke. Play the ball wide out to Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed go down to Burke. Burke is fouled. It should be a penalty. He went on his man and got fouled. It should be a penalty. Has to be a penalty. The referee's calling for a goal kick, but it has to be a penalty. He beat this man and he blocked him. Let me see what he calls here. That should be a penalty. He beat this man and he blocked him. That should be a penalty. He won the ball. He's not going to give a penalty there. I guess it was more 50-50. I'm getting excited. I thought it was a penalty, but I think they came together. The pass was just a little bit overhit. And Burke is down. And Burke doesn't really go on often. Must be really hurt. He's thinking it should be a penalty, but the ref is saying no. I don't think Barr is saying anything either. He's asking the referee, what's that about? I think it was more of a 50-50 ball, but if he had gotten a little bit earlier, it would have been a penalty. We got around his man, but that didn't occur. Our midfield needs to get more compact. We're pressing so high, going to create space in behind. That's not your mark, DJ. That should have been Nicholson's mark. I'm not sure why you're so high up the field. You need to get back. That's a good play. Ball out of bounds, throw into Guatemala, it appears. 87 minutes in, Jamaica 1, Guatemala 0. Guatemala with the ball, plays in the middle of the field. Good pressure by, I think that may be Bernard. Ball plays back to number 17, Guatemala. And plays all the way back to the center half. We're 88 minutes in, Jamaica leading by 1-0. You need to put pressure on the ball. Don't allow them to go deep. That's what they're trying to do. Ball headed up by Amari Bell. Played nicely on by Burke to DJ. DJ looking for a pass. DJ played the ball wide up to Burke. Burke with the defender. Burke with the ball in the box looking for a pass. Played the ball out wide. Good pass to Lambakisi, who's going to shoot. Oh, that was close. If Burke had anticipated that shot, he may have scored. Really good pass by Burke. He would have been offside anyway. At this point of the game, for youngsters like Lambakisi, when you're 2 minutes from 90, you put the ball in the corner, and that's where you play. You don't take shots anymore. You put the ball in the corner and try to play, get the timeout. Don't know how many extra time we have, but we're 89 minutes in. We should not be shooting towards goal now. We should be trying to close out the clock. One thing I like with Bobby Reed, he plays a lot of defense. He's playing the winger out wide. He's shadowing the winger, playing zone. Ball out wide to number 7. He's looking for a pass. He plays the ball out to his forward. He's trying to go down the line. Good run back by Gray. Gray plays the ball in the middle of the park to Burke. Burke wins the ball, plays the ball through to Nicholson. Nicholson have the ball up top. Trying to go inside, trying to do something, looking for what to do, going to shoot. And he gets dispossessed. That was beyond poor. Ball won back by Bobby Reed, but he over dribbled. We're just making poor decisions. Give them chances. Making poor decisions. They're coming forward. Guatemala coming forward. One back by Jamaica. Amari Bell plays up to Gray. Gray looking to beat his man. Stop it. Go by him again. Stop it. Go by him again. Just fake it and go by him. Go bring it to the corner, Gray. Bring it to the corner. That's what you should be doing. We're 90 minutes in, so we're at full time, 4 minutes extra time. 4 more minutes for Jamaica to go to the semifinal. Come on, stop the ball, pressure them. We have 7 Jamaican players upfield, so if they get the ball behind us, it could be trouble. We have to get back. We have 7 players upfield. That means there's going to be space for them to exploit. Guatemala with the ball, looking for a cross, looking to play the ball in. Looking for a 1-2, not happening. Plays the ball over to the right to number 13. He's going to go out wide to number 7. They play 7 a lot in this game. Number 7 looking to do something with the ball. Plays the ball inside. Ball being played over, headed out for a corner, it looks like. Or is it a goal kick? Both Lau is down and the forward is down. Not sure what happened. Try to play the ball over. Low got to head the ball. I think the forward head the ball, but Low may have hit him. Yeah, Low bucked him back of the head. Let's see what they call here. Low bucked him in the back of the head. I'm not sure what they're going to call. They're both down. They both need treatment. Anywhere else on the field, and that may have been a foul, but let's see what the call is. Kicks a goal kick to Jamaica. Blake should just take a yellow card. Don't kick the ball out anytime until the ref give you a yellow card. We are just under 2 minutes away from regulation. Ball dumped out by Nicholson going for the header. Didn't win the header. Lambakisi with the ball, trying to go forward. Bring it down to the corner, Lambakisi. He's doing what they do in England. Bring it down to the corner. And he got dispossessed. Stop him, foul him, stop the ball. Yes, stop the ball, start the play over. 92 minutes in, Jamaica leading by 1-0. Free kick deep in Guatemala's half. Free kick to Guatemala. Lambaki's got to do a better job of trying to keep the ball in the corner. Gray with the ball, plays it back to Amari Bell. Amari Bell fakes the shot. Really good play. Plays the ball inside to DJ, who lost the ball. Ball being played out wide. This is dangerous. Guatemala with the ball, trying to cross. Plays the ball inside. The Guatemalan player was wide open. We fell asleep on defense. He was wide open in the box and just miscontrolled it. We fell asleep on defense. If that was a better pass, he'd be in on goal. We are 93 minutes in. And Jamaica leading by 1-0. Jamaica defending deep in their own half. Oh, it's a kick. It may have been offside. It's a kick to Jamaica. We have 40 seconds left. 39, 38, 37, 36. We are at 93 minutes and 30 seconds. And we're going to 94 seconds. Low with the header, ball upfield. There's a foul on Low. We have 20 seconds remaining. I think we're going to do it, people. Yes, Low was fouled there. We have 15 seconds remaining. The stadium is filled with Guatemalan fans. It's been a long day at the office for them. They have met a better team today. Jamaica is leading Guatemala by 1-0 with the 4 minutes of extra time up. There were no injuries. Was there an injury? Yes, there was a slight with Low in the back of the head of the fault for Guatemala, but they should blow it out now. And Low is taking his time. Don't take a yellow, Low, because you know you don't manage yellows really well. You can't afford to get a yellow and then you get suspended later on in the tournament. Ball played deep out to Corey Burke. Jamaica with the ball. Played into Nicholson. Nicholson has been pushed down. The referee say play on. I don't know if you can be a big man like Nicholson get pushed down by somebody 5'2". Guatemala with the ball looking for a pass. Plays the ball out wide. Good tackle by Lambakisi. Game is over. Jamaica is in the semifinal. You can tell who the winners and losers are. The Guatemalan players are down. They're spent. They're tired. They're frustrated. The Jamaican fans in the stand, and they show them because there's not many of them, are celebrating the victory. Game is over. Jamaica won. Guatemala 0. Jamaica has made the semifinal of the cup. Gray seems to be down. He seems to have some calf problems, but he has a couple of days to recover. And on Wednesday, Jamaica will play the mighty Mexico. And you remember the last time Jamaica played Mexico? In Mexico City, Jamaica drew 2-2 in the Nations League. Mexico won the zone because they had a better record through that Nations League campaign. But Jamaica won 1-0. They're in the semifinal of the Gold Cup. A pretty confident Jamaican team. Much to be talked about, but I'm probably not going to talk about much. It's been a long day. My mouth is getting dry from all this talking, actually. I expected to have some guests on the program today. No one turned up. But tell me your perspective on the game. I can do another half an hour. Tell me what your views are on the game. I think we played well enough. I don't think Guatemala offered a ton. They had a couple of chances, but mainly by air. One mistake by Low. I thought we had a number of situations where we could have made the decision to find out third. And the coach can walk away and say, I have not lost a competitive game to date. And what do we mean by that? Doesn't mean that friendly games are not competitive. What it means is that friendly games are what you call them friendly. They don't count towards anything, except maybe to get your staff some playing time, some camaraderie, work on some things. So great outcome for Jamaica. So Kyle says, good defensive game, poor offensively. Kyle, you told me I was weak because I said 3-1. So Kyle, I'm putting you not on the stream, Kyle, so I could just come back at you, actually. And of course, I know Cataract's going to join the stream because all these predictions have been wrong. What do you have to say for yourself now, Cataract?
I'm changing my name from Cataract the oligarch to Cataract the genius. Didn't I tell you Amari Bell was my second key to victory?
People,
all hail Amari Bell. told you this.
So wait, one second. I'm gonna mute you if you don't stop talking.
But
I'm gonna mute you. 1 second.
Sport profit, but fair profit.
Yeah.
Didn't I say it? Amari Bell was my second key to victory.
So, Cataract, you seem to have the hindsight view. After the game done, you're going to commentate on what your predictions were based on how the game was. That's not the way you do this, Cataract. You said it was going to be all over. They're showing the mistake made by Lowe and the chance created by Guatemala. They're just going over each other. So let's go through the stage of the game. Ball out to Reed. Reed crossed to Gray. Gray shot wide, which is a clear opportunity. Fox is showing you different sequence of the game. In the 18th minute, Antonio had the ball, crossed the ball wide to Bailey, who controlled the ball, played the ball out to Dexter Dapp, who took a poor shot straight to the keeper. In the 21st minute, so they're going through where all the chances were created. Guatemala had a cross to the play on the right, number 7, who was in the game quite a bit for Guatemala, who shot over the bar. 27th minute, cross by Amari Bell, ball headed in by number 15, who is Latiberdier. Ball went to Gray, who moved it to shoot, but the shot was taken on by Bernard, who had hit the player, went out of bounds. 51st minute, Gray with the ball, played it.
What are you doing?
Marbell to Bell. Gray crossed the ball into
what are you doing?
And goes to Amari.
Reggae boy.
Commentating on
What
the
are you
sequence
doing?
of the game. Just get right. Listen.
We're in the semifinals. We are in the semifinals. We are in the semifinals.
Cataract, let me cut you off.
We what?
Okay, I'll cut him off. When I finish, he can come back on. We're going to the sequence of play, people. 57th minute. Guatemala with the ball. Played it wide out to the wing. Looking for a shot. Shot taken, saved by Blake. 65th minute. So these are all where the chance of creating the game. Jamaica with the ball. Played into Bailey, who shot. Ball hit the defender. And the defender hit the ball. It went to the goalkeeper, and his leg saved the goal. That was a clear-cut opportunity which could have scored. 79th minute. Lambeguis get beaten on the wing. Header went in. Brilliant save by Blake. Almost held it. Guatemala tried to kick the ball in bounds. And that was a two-handed push. Really just lifted his left hand by Blake. That were the sequence of events. Cataract, you're back on the stream. You see, when I control the apparatus here, Cataract, you need to go with the program. You're back on the stream. Can you hear me? Cataract.
The boys are in the semifinals.
Yes,
you've been speaking now.
Yes,
Cataract down and juggle. Reggae boys are in the semifinals. See you in Las Vegas. Guatemala. What were my last words last night? When we did the preview show last night, what were my last words? Adios. Tata. Bye-bye.
What was the score prediction, Cataract? What was the score prediction? What was your score prediction, Cataract? What was the score prediction? Hey, Cataract, can you hear me? What was your score prediction?
We're in the semifinals. Congratulations to the Reggae boys. Congratulations to Coach Hagrimson. Big. Big up management. Yeah.
You will never be wrong, Cataract. If you're going to comment after the game is over about what your predictions were, you'll never be wrong.
You notice when you were talking, I didn't talk? Okay, go ahead and speak.
I said, it's great to know you can predict the game after the game is over. It's a great skill.
We are not losing. Tell them, man, we're not lose to the liquor side. We're not lose to the liquor side no more. Watch it bounce.
Yeah. No. Chris says rum talking to Cataract. No, it's not rum, Chris. That's how he talks. Don't blame the rum for his communication skills or lack thereof. He's always going to be loud, and the noise doesn't help in the background. And he's a happy camper. So yes, if you just joined us, and I'm sure most of you are watching the game, Jamaica won the game by beating Guatemala by 1-0. Goal scored by Amari Bell off a really brilliant pass by Gray. Gray didn't have his normal game. He played well enough. but normally he's a little more effective than he was today. I thought overall we played well. We were the dominant team. But if you look at the shot count, for example, it was interesting that Carl just put up the stats. We took 18 shots and had 3 on targets. That's not good. And one of the shots we have on target was the one which was blocked by the defender that the keeper saved. So it's not as if the keeper had made any spectacular saves. Blake had to make a spectacular save. They weren't in that situation, actually. But Kyle, I thought you told me, Kyle, I'm surprised. I'm sorry you didn't come on the stream because you called me.
Are you still reasoning? Let me know when it's my time.
You can talk, Cataract. You can talk. It's always your time. It's always your time.
If you're not say reggae boys, no girl, no why you. Pick up the reggae boys. Pick up the reggae boys. There's no analysis. We whopped them, we didn't zap them, but they're out. We move on to Las Vegas. Credit to every team, every member of the team. Credit. Big up the Superman in goal, Andre Blake, for that wonderful save.
Anything you have to say except repeating the obvious, Cataract? I'm trying to switch my computer here, people. Give me a second.
Give me about 5 minutes. I'm going to come outside and reason with you. But right now we're celebrating. Our team is in the semifinals again. Yeah, man.
That we are, Cataract. That we are. Let me just switch my camera here, people. And Cataract says he's going to come back on to, even though there's no post-game analysis, says he wants to give a post-game analysis, which is really interesting. So Sean says, stand so negative. You can't even say we beat them. Instead, we won. Sean, don't you think you're being a little bit ridiculous? I say we won. So can you define one for me? Go define what one means. If you win something and it's a competition, don't you have to beat someone? Or it's you being negative and nitpicky. I have no idea what you're talking about. So normally I don't respond to negative comments because I think people are right to express their perspective and their view. If you're going to critique someone for saying the word won versus beat them, are you just trying to be cute? Elaborate, because I'm confused. And I'm going to get annoyed with commenters because they have a right to express their perspective. But if you're going to make a comment like that, I put it up just to show how ridiculous it was, frankly. Logic One says, I think we are going in the right direction, Cronky. There was a time we could make 3 shots in a game. Soon we started to convert. No, Logic, I think you're right. But I think the issue with Logic is that we have 4 Premier League players playing up top who are used to playing in competitive games, difficult environments, playing against the best players in the world. So you'd expect if they play against a team like Guatemala, who has 1 player ever playing outside the country, the kid that plays for Derby County, they'd expect us to be a little bit more clinical and a little more precise and exact in the final third. So it's a little bit surprising that we didn't do a better job in the final third. Now I'm hearing this noise. My Siri is talking.
Working on that.
Yeah, Siri's talk. I don't like, I'm a big AI fan, but when Siri starts talking and I'm not talking to Siri, that's not a good thing, people. I don't know what Siri is recording and going to distribute what I say. But no, I agree, Logic. We're going the right direction, frankly. Dwight is saying we need to balance midfield with DJ Lambert and Joel Latibadier. Yeah, it's an interesting one, actually. So Lati and DJ are more attacking-minded, it seems. When Lambert plays, even though I think he presses, he's always in a decent position defensively. DJ's tendency is to go forward. So therefore, I don't think being in a CDM role is his forte. Even though Latibadier is a defender by nature, he's learning the CM position. So we have to see with him, actually. But I think Lati, I like his game in that he doesn't stop running. As I've said before, it looked like he started running when he got off the plane coming to Jamaica and hasn't stopped since. His work ethic is exemplary, and we should value that. He's like a Burke, except a Burke with some more quality, frankly. I think Burke gives you all, but sometimes I think Burke's decision-making may not be the best, frankly. I'm going to put up this comment again, because it's annoying me. Stan, you said you won because you don't think we're dominant enough to
So,
say beat. I know you, Stan. You know me? Really?
so, so let me say this. Let me say this. Stan, I'm out of the noise
Yes.
now.
Yes, you got the
I
right.
leave the juvenile. I leave the juvenile them to juggle. Let me tell you this now. Put some respect for my side name, Mister. The ball is round. Well, the ball is round, and the reggae boys put it to the goal. That's how it goes.
Cataract, it
A
doesn't
team
show a sense of
performance.
you.
Each man
Yeah.
fighting for it. You have been speaking, sir. You have been speaking.
Okay,
Each
go
man
ahead. Go
fighting
ahead.
for himself, fighting for the team. Everybody doing and putting in their shift. There were some mistakes. The Guatemalans were a hardy, worthy opponent. But to the end, we whacked them. We didn't get to zap them. But I also told you that I don't want to open up the whopping. I'm waiting for USA in the finals.
So those of
I
you on
did.
the stream, Cataract, one second,
So,
Cataract, those on the stream,
no,
please
no, sir.
watch yesterday's, wait, please watch
Sir,
yesterday's discussion with
sir.
Kyle and Cataract about their prediction for this game
You're
and
not
their
going to keep
perspective on
talking?
the game.
You're
Please.
not going to keep talking? I said there are three keys to victory. Either Michael Antonio explodes and scores, which he hasn't. So we're still in one game. In one game. Or number two, I said Amari Bell. And I want you to accept and admit and be a man that Cataract called it correct. That the key to victory was indeed my number two selection, Amari Bell. I did say that if the game was tight, Whisper would come on. Uh, there was no need for that. The coach went with his regular, you know, his regular substitutions. And unlike the first game in Chicago, we held on for victory. I don't think there's anything else to discuss except to say, go Reggae Boys. Um, my man of the match would have to be either the goalkeeper Andre Blake for those two massive saves, and Bobby Reed for putting in a shift in midfield, right? Putting in a shift in midfield and um, basically keeping us in the game, keeping us dangerous, keeping us honest. But a good team performance by the Reggae Boys. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Tell me
What
when
do
I
you
can
have to say,
speak,
sir?
by the way. Oh, I can speak now. So I don't see a man of the match. I think it's a team effort. No one had a bad game. I think Antonio wasn't good in the first half, and I said so. He was better in the second half. If the great players, nobody got below a 5 in this game, but nobody got a 9, right? Because Blake wasn't pressured in the game. He didn't make a lot of. He made a great save on the header. It's not like he got bombarded during the game. So I don't think anybody had a bad game per se, but no one had a great game. I think Lati worked really hard. I thought Javane Brown played really well in the first half until he got injured. I thought Bernard and Lowe were good in the back. Amari Bell scored a really good goal, really well taken goal, and was anticipating the pass from Gray, which was a no-look pass between 3 defenders, which was good. My two, Lambert, DJ, and Lati played well. Bailey had another decent game. I thought he was better against St. Kitts, by the way. Someone says his best game. I don't think so. I thought he was better against St. Kitts. Gray played well enough. I thought Antonio had a tough first half, better second half. For substitute, DJ, when he came on, played decent. Lambert had a decent first half. I think Lambert needed to demand the ball more and we need to be more on the ball. I thought Nicholson and Burke. Nicholson is pressing. He's trying to press so much, not press, he's trying to do so much in a short period of time, and it hasn't been working for him. I've seen him play much better. Played much better in Austria. I watched him in the Gold Cup 2 years ago. He was playing better football. His hold-up play is decent. He's good in the air. He has a good right foot, but he hasn't played well at all. The ball is bouncing off his foot. He's not in a good place. And that sometimes happens when you're a starter normally, like in a national team, and you get replaced and you don't come on with the best mindset. Not saying he doesn't have a good mindset. That may be part of the reason, but he hasn't been playing well, even though I rate Nicholson, frankly. Burke, I think Burke is a hard worker, but I keep asking myself, what does Burke bring to the table apart from hard running, hard work, right? And effort. Because sometimes you need more. You need differentiated skill. And what we scored off today was a differentiating skill. That pass by, I know people got to go back and look at that pass. Go back and play it in slow motion. He had the ball on top of the box. He faked. He cut the ball inside. He did a look away through pass through 2 defenders to Amari Bell. Brilliant pass. And you need those differentiating skills. You hear me use that word a lot. Those skills that separate you, which is not an everyday average thing that people do. You need that skill set to sometimes break deadlocks, to create something out of nothing. And that's what we had today. He created something out of nothing. But what was impressive too, Amari Bell is a defender. And our forwards have those chances in different games and kick them away. He went to the near post, because he went across post, a defender may have blocked it, the keeper blocked it. He gave the keeper the eye, went near post, and just had this window between the goal post and the keeper, and he got that space. Brilliant pass, brilliant goal, differentiating skill set, which you need a lot of times to break these deadlocks. I thought Guatemala tried. They played their heart out. They were physical. They tried to keep possession. It was one of the better games where we had possession. But people are going to say this is criticism, which is just observation. When we get the ball in our half line, for example, and we're going forward, or we're getting on a break, you have to be thinking as a forward or a midfielder, who's in the best position to receive the ball, and what's the next play after that? I can't give the ball away to someone who has 3 defenders on him. I have to create a situation where there's a one-on-one situation. I give the ball to Dexter Dapp, or Bobby Reed, as we call him, as he's known as. It's his real name, frankly. But he looks like Dexter Dapp. If I'm going to make a choice about my forwards to give the ball to, I want to give the ball to the person who's in the most advantageous position and who doesn't have 3 defenders on them. Or I'm not going to try to dribble around 3 persons when I have a better pass outside. I may have to recycle and start to play again. And these players are Premier League footballers. They're not just any championship or League One. They are Premier League footballers playing up top. They have to make better decisions, because when we play in Mexico, it'll be a different game. We will not have all these chances to get breakaway. We will not have as much possession. You have to make your possessions count against the better team. So this should have been a rehearsal, a dress rehearsal, for us playing against a Mexico and hopefully against a US or Panama when they get to the final. So my concern is, as you go to the tournament and we're building camaraderie, we're building teamwork, we're building affiliation, we're engaging each other, that we, Kedrick, I see you like a little, you know what, in the background, like a little kid, 5-year-old in the classroom, as we go through the process. We need to build on what we've been doing. We have to do better. Our top 4 do better. What are you saying, Kedrick? You have the mic. What are you saying?
I'm saying my side is winning. I don't know what dress rehearsal you're talking about. This is the knockout phase. You go into the game and you win your game and you make it past your opponent. On to the next.
So Stephanie is saying different team, different
tomorrow.
tactics. Yeah.
What I'm worried about is a very small time frame that they give between this game and the semifinals, because you have to travel to Las Vegas.
Where we play, that's
so
true.
I'm worried about the short time frame.
I said this yesterday when I was on with Andre. I think you were on to Cataract, which is the Caribbean has done an atrocious job of managing CONCACAF. Because throughout this tournament, you hear the coach complain about how things have operated. First of all, they have Jamaica traveling to Chicago, St. Louis, California. What kind of nonsense is that? Games should be played in one location, so your fans who are supporting the team can get to that location and be able to watch in all 3 games. This traveling all over the country to locations where we have no Jamaican diasporas located is nonsense. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't have people in California or Cincinnati, but we don't have the volume of people like we have down south or in the East Coast, frankly. So it's ridiculous that what CONCACAF is doing. And the U.S., all the games are played in the U.S., which I think is ridiculous also. Games should be played at different locations. If you're going to travel to California from New York, for example, that's 5 hours plus of flying when Jamaica is 3.5 hours from New York. Games can be played in New York. Games can be played in Trinidad. It's nonsense to have games just being played in the US 24/7. And some may say, well, it's a money issue and people may not have resources in certain regions. If you bring the games there, people will attend the game. Games are full for champs events in Jamaica. If you promote the event enough, you can get people to come to the games. Especially if you're playing 2 games on one day, people want to watch football. So CONCACAF has to do a better job of managing the situation. They have the votes to influence how decisions are made in CONCACAF and not just that the US and Mexico dominate the region and do whatever what they want to do. That's ridiculous. There has to be a better way of how this operates because as Kretek is saying, Jamaica has been to Chicago, second game St. Louis, third game California, come back Midwest to Ohio, then going back to Vegas. That is nonsense. Should be living on a plane, especially when you flew from Europe to come here to play. You're on a plane 24/7. That's ridiculous. So think about the players who have flown from UK to Austria to Chicago, then to St. Louis, then to California, back to Cincinnati, now going to Vegas, and when they go to it's ludicrous. Doesn't make any sense. So hopefully the Caribbean do a better job of influencing CONCACAF. The tournament be run better because I don't like how this works. The last time they had a tournament, they had games in one locale, at least the first round games. They did something different this time. Dwight is saying the average Jamaican sports fan is watch the JAAA National Championship this weekend. Well, the stadium wasn't full for the JAAA because I've been watching the National Championship. People trying to get to the World Championship. The grandstand has been okay on Friday. Saturday was not full. Worse than Friday, and I don't know what today looks like, but it's church day Sunday. So I'm not sure you're going to have that crowd there, especially when the 100 meters has already been run. Tom Stranger said, Mexico didn't play better than Jamaica last night. They were struggling too. Yeah, Mexico football is falling off somewhat, actually. But think about when we played them in Mexico. We were up 1-0 and 2-1 against them in their own place. Normally go to Mexico, you're defending for 105 minutes. How long the game is played. That wasn't the game this time around. And frankly, the U.S. has been having Mexico as their beating stick. Last time they played them in the CONCACAF, the Nations League, they destroyed them. I know Mexico has been mixing up their teams, but they haven't been exceptional. So my hope is that when we play them, that we have our best game. And we have to realize that we have to make better decisions in the final third. Chris is saying 1 goal can't beat Mexico. I don't know. We've conceded a goal against US. We conceded 1 against Trinidad. US had more. I think the US has been the best team we've played so far, actually, by a good distance. Because when we played the US, we were good up until the penalty was missed. And then they took over the game. So they were better than us, so we played them. But we could have won that game. If Bailey scored the penalty, or more importantly, the rebound, we probably would have won the game. Jordan Williams said, I wish they kept it in Miami, New York, or somewhere where Caribbean people are located, there was more U.S. and Canada fans in the stadium today, and I think the location plays a role as well. We have Jamaicans in Ohio, but I'm not even sure they know of the game or follow football as much. But if you spread the word and you encourage people to come out, they'll come out to support the team. But also what people do sometimes, you have events before the game. So you have a game on Sunday, you have an event on Saturday. To welcome people to come to the event and celebrate with the team and do all that to encourage fans and motivate fans to also come to the game. So we have to the JFF and the diaspora community have to do a better job as it relates to support the team when they get here. We have to do a much better job. We have tons of Jamaicans living in the tri-state or living in down south, North Carolina. Atlanta would have been a good location because they have tons of Jamaicans in Atlanta. They're all along the south. North Carolina, South Carolina, Washington, D.C., all the way up to the East Coast, Florida. We have a lot of Caribbean people, not just Jamaicans, actually. We probably would come to the game, but when you know Ohio, it takes more of an effort. But we can't use it as an excuse because the stadium was probably 3/4 full. and 95% of them were Guatemalans. So we have to do a better job. Dwight says, in the past 5 years, when was the last Reggae Boys match that had over 15,000 Jamaicans? Good question. I don't have that answer, and I can't think of it, actually. That's a good question, actually. But we have to do a better job of promoting our team. I'm not sure we do the best job of doing so. We have to do a much better job of promoting our team. Not a good outcome. I have a request here for the link, which I will try to get to. Mr.
So,
Porter.
Stan, here is something that I noted. I noted that the American supporters, or the American Ultras, called the American Outlaws, that they were reserved seats directly behind the goal. And they were empty while we were playing our match. And then once it became time for the USA match, we saw those seats filled up. So I am putting it that is just not fair. The what is the arrangement made for the home team's fans? Because clearly there's some preferential treatment going on. Because at each game, those seats behind the stage, behind the goal, are exclusively taken up by the United States Ultras.
Yeah, Kevin, you hear me talk about this before. The Caribbean has to do a better job of managing CONCACAF, but we're not doing it. The U.S. does what they want to do, and so does Mexico. So unless you're going to fix that situation, those things will happen, Cataract. They may have reserved seats, quite a few seats, to make sure U.S. fans get seats to be in the stadium, right? Because both games are being played one after the other. They're not emptying the stadium to bring fans in, are they?
Right. No.
So that means that's interesting because the Guatemalan fans took up a lot of seats actually. So if they stay there, the empty seats probably going to be filled by U.S. fans. Maybe that's why they were empty.
No, no, it was reserved. It had the big banners.
No, I'm talking about the other seats. I'm talking about the other seats.
American
so there are a number of
Outlaws,
seats empty in
Sam's
the stadium,
Army.
the other seats. Yeah. Not just the reserved seats. The other seats in the stadium probably are bought by U.S. fans who may not have gone to the earlier game, actually.
Pardon me?
I said there were some other seats, empty seats in the stadium. So those could have been acquired by U.S. fans, actually. Not just the ones you're talking about.
No, so... Sorry, the internet is pretty bad here. But what I'm saying that the fact that they could have a section...
The fact that they could do what? You should pay your bill in a Cataract. You got to pay your phone bill to get good internet. You got to pay your phone bill.
Hang the banners up. Whoever hung the banners up. And then...
So, normally when you go on a radio station or a TV station and your communication device not working, they just put you on hold. But unfortunately, I can't tell whether he's going to talk or not. So I don't want to put him on hold. I'll try to allow him to fix his. He's probably traveling, so internet is not working well. No, but look, we can celebrate tonight. I think I said this early in the stream. No matter what the score is, so long as you win and you go on to the next round. Yeah, Cataract fell off. I didn't check him out. He fell off. We won the game. We should be happy. There is much to celebrate. We're in another semifinal of the Gold Cup. And frankly, the coach can say, it's my first year as the coach of the Jamaica national team, and I've gotten to the semifinal of the Gold Cup, which is an achievement, frankly. So what do you want to say about the coach, whether he has good players or better players or the best team ever in Jamaica's history? That's arguable. He has gotten to the semifinal, and he still has not lost a competitive game. Now, you hear me give the coach a hard time when we played the U.S. because I think he didn't manage that game well. You remind me of Arteta, Everyone tell me how brilliant a manager Arteta is. He's a brilliant coach, but his game management is atrocious. And I can't call someone a brilliant manager. They don't do real good game management. You have to understand periods in the game. Don't be ball watching. Understand the game. Understand what your needs are, where your vulnerability is, what's not working, how you make changes. So making changes, set your team up when the game get tight and when you're leading by 1-0 is a key part of being a good manager. And I think game management is important. And then the manager has done a good job given where we are in the tournament. He's done a really good job so over the tournament, and he hasn't lost a game, so we should all celebrate. Dwight is saying Heimer did a good job preserving Amari's legs and energy for the right matches. But Amari, so people talk about, I'm going to jump in a little controversial here. People talk about commitment, but think about it, people. Amari played in the championship in Luton. There's about 40-something games he played in the championship, 46, 47 games. Think about that, right? He then went to Austria, where he played a couple of games. He then came to the US. This is after the season now, so not any break yet. So he's played maybe 47. I don't know if he played every game in the championship. I assume he played most of those for Luton. He played a couple games there. He's played about 3 games here. He hasn't had a real break. Now, that's a recipe for disaster. Because he has to go back and start the season for the Premier League, which starts about August 12th. And he has to go back to preseason training. Now, the only good thing about this is that the players who are here with us, we now have the machinery and the apparatuses to track the players' progress, and we can send that intelligence back to their team so they can understand what the players' fitness level is, what they've been doing, how much communities they have run. We're now much more first world in how we can assess our players and generate statistics about them, what physical situation they're in as a player. And that information will be utilized by their team when they go back to figure out, you know what, how much break they should get, how much they should be in preseason, how much preseason they need to be in, how much work they need to do in preseason to get back up to snuff for Devon. Your camera is not working?
My camera is working, but if I can stay off it, it would be appreciated.
Okay, well, we're almost done with the program. So what do you have to say, sir?
Here is the thing. A lot of people would think that we should win by 4 goals, 5 goals, 3 goals. It's only take 1 goal to win a football game. And the one decisive goal is Jamaica have that 1 goal. And we are the winners. I am not saying that it's a great game that we just played, but the outcome is that we are the winners and we're moving on. And you can see that the team is getting better and the players are getting to understand each other and gelling a little bit more. The more this team plays together, is the better this team is gonna be. I'm looking at certain players that people think that because they're not the flashy, step over type of player. I love a direct player who plays direct football. And I think Bobby Reed had a great game today. If you look at how he plays in the middle, when he gets the ball, he uses the ball well. He finds his teammate, he runs into space, and he create that space so he can deliver quality balls. I was on another podcast just listening. I hear people talking about, Jamaica got lucky and, yada, yada, yada. People need to understand football, that there's not one team playing. There's 2 teams playing on a field, and you're going to make mistakes and people going to get chances. Is what you do with the chances that you get, that's count. And I'm happy for the boys. I'm happy that we're moving on. And here comes Mexico. Now, everybody might be falling arms and says, oh, Mexico is going to beat us. Until that final whistle, we still in with a chance to get to the finals. And Mexico is going to be a tough game, but we have the quality to win this game and get into the another finals. You know, Jamaica is the only Caribbean team that went to back Gold Cup finals. We have been knocking on the doors, but we can't open the door. But this time, I think we're gonna kick it open. And I'm happy for the coaching staff. I'm happy for the boys, and I'm happy for the fans, the Jamaican fans as well.
Devin, I think that's well said, and I agree with your sentiments and perspective as to the team, the fact the team is getting more familiar with each other. The fact that I think the team played decent today, right? I think the competition, look, when the competition steps up, the game gets harder. I don't think Guatemala was as good as they were in other games that they have played, but that's because of Jamaica, not because of Guatemala. Because I think what we did really well today, we pressured them. And as a footballer, when you're being harassed, it's a whole different game than when you have room to maneuver and look good and be comfortable in the ball. If someone's always in your back, you don't have the room to look up or to make a pass or to go by the player because they're more physical than you, they're quicker than you, and they're harassing you. And I think what the coach has been doing is playing a more pressing style of football. And in fact, a number of the players who play in England, that's what they're used to. And they're supported by players such as Lowe, who's very physical, who's very quick, who plays that way anyway, right? So think about most of those players on the field. Most of them play in Europe or play in the UK, whether it's the Championship or the Premier League. So they're used to playing a fast-paced game, and they're used to running for all 90-plus minutes. And Latibeaudiere is probably the perfect example of this. I think he runs, as I said, when he get off the plane, he just runs all game. He doesn't get tired. I think it's an important quality to have, especially as the competition gets tighter and stiffer as we go down the line. I hope Javier Brown is not injured because I thought he had a good game today. I thought he had a good game. I thought he played well, and he gave a good showing for himself when many thought he shouldn't have started the game. So I was pleased with his performance. I think his crossing is exceptional. I've said that a number of times. He does cross the ball well, and he should be lauded for his performance today. I think Lambakisi came in, and he normally plays well anyway. So I think the coach has good options at right back between Lambakisi, and Javier Brown. And I think overall the team played well. Wasn't happy with the header that was on our goal because I do think we're bigger, stronger, quicker, and can jump higher. I'm not sure why people are much shorter than us or was getting headed on our goal. But I thought Blake, as he normally does, made a brilliant save. So on to the semifinal, people. You just joined us. I'm sure most of you were watching the game. Jamaica defeated Guatemala by 1-0. Goal scored by the left back, Amari Bell. That's maybe Amari Bell's first goal for Jamaica. I can't remember him scoring before. Off a brilliant pass by Demarai Gray. So Demarai Gray probably has, 2 goals and 2 assists so far in the Gold Cup. He's having a very good Gold Cup, by the way. And he was on the team of the first round. So long may that continue. So we can highlight the positive, which is we have won. We are moving through to the next round, which is the semifinal. It's going to be played out, I think, in Las Vegas. I'm sure the game will come on the same mediums, which is Fox 1, CONCACAF YouTube channel, ESPN2 in the Caribbean. But it was a good outcome. And we're happy. Any final words, Devin? I have to go watch the AAA track and field.
Oh, okay. And I think the US Canada game is coming, so I'm gonna watch that game as well. I just want to continue to wish them all the best, and we as Jamaicans all over the world are supporting the team, and hats off to them today. And the coach, I know the coach is working continuously, the whole staff, sleepless nights. John Wall, I message him quite a lot, and You know, he's a man that works. He's like, I don't know. I think he's a robot. You know, that man does not sleep. That man does data work nightly just to break teams down and see what teams are doing. And these are the people that we have, and the players will play for them, you know,
Right.
because it's positive. Everything is positive. You know, I like the vibes with the players, the little clippings that they show, you know, and it's very good. And likewise, the girls. I've seen stuff with the girls, and everybody is just vibes in, and you know, one big family. And I wish both teams all the best.
Thanks, Devon. Really good way to sum up. I'll just say this, which is, as you know, I'm the guest host for Manning's Man, alias Omar. I should say alias Manning's Man, Omar Stinnett, who's away on national duty, being managing Jamaica team. He sent his regards to all of you who have been supporting his channel. He really appreciate it. And by the way, before you leave the stream, just hit the like button on your way out. We appreciate you being here with us on these watch along, and hope you continue. We know you have better things to do on a Sunday, but we thank you for being here with us and having the discourse and the dialogue, which is appreciated. So thank you for being with us. We should be back on Wednesday. I think should be because I'm actually going to be on the road. I'm going on vacation. I'm driving down south. So if I do get to my destination before the game on Wednesday, I was going to, they wanted to come on.
I'm
And by the way, Tony
I'm in my
Pugilist, let me
full
just say
colors,
this
you
once
know.
again.
I'm in my look at my hat. You see?
Yes. Tony Pugilist has joined. And Tony, what time is it in the UK? It's after 12. You and Apollo are night holes. That's all I'll say. And Richard, you guys are always up all time of night. Maybe I'm getting very seasoned and senior because comes to 11 o'clock, I have to go to my bed, no matter what day it is. So, Tony, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for being on the stream. Really thank you. I want to thanks to everyone. Lulu, Floyd, Dwight, Baggio, Ricardo, Tyrone, even Ellis, who say I'm a critic. Appreciate you all being on the stream. We love different perspective. We're not monolithic. We don't think the same. We don't all operate the same. We have different perspectives, different views. They're all welcome. So we can have discourse and we can all substantiate and validate our positions. So again, appreciate being here. It's I am sure sports. Sorry, and peace out. Take care.